my worst day put away with key locks placed inside a locked box. I need the pain, I need the strain, I need the fire of pure desire. 'Cause I'm never free from this addiction, affliction, addicted to my misery. I cannot detox from this condition, conviction, addicted to my misery box. I'm never free from this addiction, affliction, addicted to my misery. Cannot detox from this condition, conviction, addicted to my misery box. My reasons, my demons, he took from me. A stolen piece of memory. Took my pain, my disdain, it's not fair. Give me back my nightmare. It calls my name with burning flame. Every night it's all the same, reliving my darkest shame. 'Cause I'm never free from this addiction, affliction, addicted to my misery. I cannot detox from this condition, conviction, addicted to my misery box. I'm never free from this addiction, affliction, addicted to my misery. Cannot detox from this condition, conviction, addicted to my misery box. Now your fate is where I bled. You took the weight inside my head. Took my loss, bore my cross, walked my miles so that I might smile. Gave your heart, paid the price that I should pay. Now there it is, you stay forever, ever locked away. Should feel sane, should feel whole, but your pain is in my soul. 'Cause I'm still never free from this addiction, affliction. Now it's yours, but still in me. I cannot detox from this condition, conviction. You're inside my misery box. I'm still never free from this addiction, affliction. Now it's yours, but still in me. Cannot detox from this condition, conviction. You're inside my misery box. I don't deserve you. You stay true. I want to save you from my misery. You couldn't save me from my misery. I'm addicted to my misery. Addicted to my misery. Addicted to my misery box.
It began with the suicide of Charles Blackwell, just days after his 55th birthday. Then the Rhineswan family massacre. 3 generations painfully passing from this world, crying the same crimson tears Blackwell had.
Sit alone on the edge of
5 members of the prominent Rhineswan family were found dead.
After that, the media finally gave their murderer a name. The Red Crier Killer.
Memento mori. Remember, you will die.
Investigators believe the killer may be the same individual the media has dubbed the Red Friar.
Memento mori. Remember, you will die. I know it's droll to sell my soul. I wanted to protect them though, but I couldn't even play my role. Now vengeance is my only goal. Memento mori. Too late for sorry. Now goodbye. Breath goes dry. I will cry when I remember you will die.
見捨てられてた時を言葉する今日も優しく突き放してくれ
And good morning, Best Chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode delicious, malicious morning nonsense chat. Back at it again, brand new spanking week. When pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Hello to you, chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's here. Call the police says, morning LD and Best Chat. We are watching Fleek's new video. Certainly, certainly. Nice. LD, new Berserk chapter just dropped. A new one. By I guess what by the assistants. See how it goes. Has anyone read the new chapter? Has anyone read any of the new chapters of Berserk? Like since the author died? And if you have, how's it been? It can't. It's there's no way it's the same unless they're so close to him that they were possessed by his spirit. It's a Jakarta God says, "Good morning, Listener of Best Chat. Remember to stay hydrated and stand against the evil. Absolutely, absolutely." Hudson Bomb says, "Morning, folks. Millennial writing is shit. The end. It kind of is." Kara Token Nerd says, what the hell is millennial let's see here. Yeah, millennial writing. Usually it's like a lot of the bad stuff we see today. It's kind of Marvel really kind of set the stage, like this collected all what the millennials love and kind of put all in one go. There's the meta humor where everything has to like wink. Right, everything has got to. Every movie, every TV show has to turn to the camera and wink like this. Like we're with the joke. We're on with the joke with you. Was it kind of like what was it? And it kind of the end result is it makes it feel like the cool professor, which is usually kind of cringe, or the the cool professor, or like if your dad kind of found Twitter or your mom found Twitter and kind of wanted to join you on Twitter, something like that. It's kind of like that. It's kind of cringe. Like this is our thing. Like, why stop trying to join this thing, mom and dad? Like, stop it. That's kind of what it feels like. But the millennials they want to be the cool generation. Like we were the cool generation. We're with it. We're hip. That's kind of like the stage of millennials, at least what they are right now. It's kind of what our media kind of exposes too. We want to be in with the joke with the audience. We want to protect ourselves from any kind of sincerity or scrutiny, and so therefore we have everything has to be wrapped up in irony and wrapped up in a joke. Also, we hate feeling any kind of bad, any flavor of bad. Not so great. So what ends up happening is that. And this is where we get the whole joke thing from. Like we have a dramatic scene, and suddenly here comes a joke crashing in to ruin everything, ruin the mood, ruin the drama, ruin pretty much everything. Right? Not so good. And it is the effect is it really just damages the flow. Like usually you can have like a dramatic scene, let it finish, let it breathe a little bit, and then you can have a joke. But the millennial writing is also part of millennial writing is also the writing a dramatic scene, but then we realize, oh no, it's too heavy, it's too sincere. Put in a joke so we the audience knows that, oh, don't worry, it's not so serious. Don't worry, we're in with it with you. We're not taking it so seriously. Don't fret. We're still cool, you guys. That's kind of what the millennial writing attitude has become. Kind of like the cool uncle, the cool aunt who wants to fit in with the kids these days. That's kind of what the writing habits are. We're in with a joke with you. Right, we're going to join Twitter. We play the same video games. That's kind of that. That's kind of and our writing kind of reflects it. But is it everyone? No. Also, there's the whole thing with therapy. It's all about emotions and pumping up our own egos and prioritizing, feeling good, safe spaces, things like that. That's kind of where it all comes from. Is fear of any kind of negative emotions. Emotional labor, adulting, fear of adulting. I don't really like that. When it's saying a ever present heroin like haze. And so we don't really like they want to sanitize everything. So everything, if guy is racist, oh, he must be evil. There can't be any complexity past that. All of our heroes are dumb because they tell us what to do, and they dare say that we're not perfect. So we kind of point the gun back at them and say, "Oh no, you're not perfect, actually, Superman. You're not perfect. Look at this. We made Homelander. Take that." I mean, yeah, it was made by Garth Ennis, but like the millennial generation. There's a reason why The Boys was produced when. And see, it was produced quite some time ago. And see here. Let me see here. That's why The Boys are produced like in 20 years ago, right? And are just now recently coming into play. It's because the millennials love this stuff. We love the millennial generation approves and supports burning down old heroes. So The Boys is like that. The Last Jedi was all about that. So that's kind of what millennials like to gravitate around. Is that kind of thing. So no to the old stuff, no to the old traditions, that's no to all these old things. Our heroes are terrible, heroes are wrong, the country is wrong, and we are the smartest, most bestest people ever, and we want to be insulated from any kind of emotional labor. It's kind of like all stems from this nonsense. And of course, a lot of therapy stuff in our writing. Because for some reason, the millennial generation is the generation that deified going to therapy for some reason. And see, but how's it even possible? See, good it's a good morning, LD and Best Chat, Braids, Beauty Space Gang. Millennial writing has gotten worse. That's even possible. I don't know. We'll check it out, find a video on it. We'll see how it goes. Shad Answers says, "Good morning, all. It's a lemon and ginseng green tea day. Very good combination." Dr. E. Ryan the Four says, "Good morning, LD and Best Chat. Have you seen a Remnant 777 video responding to your arch nemesis, Anthony Galgado?" Galgado. If someone put in the Discord, I think I have. Yes, that's it. Okay, everyone. I think that's EFAP. He begged EFAP to basically cover him, and he go. And they go like, "We don't cover you, bro, because you're like a meme. Like everyone knows you're retarded." But that's why they don't cover him. It's just basically this the generic smug archetype come to life. Generic art bro come to life. The media bro come to life. Popped out of the soy jet, became real. That's kind of what happened. It's pretty funny though. But I'm glad I've started a really good trend, apparently. Possibly says, "Salute LD and Best Chat. Just watch Paramount Among Us, the game, and it is fine." Wait a minute. Is that a movie? We just watch Paramount Among Us, the game, and it is fine. Like this, can you play it on Paramount? Though it'll be better when they show during Among Us game hype during the pandemic. I mean, that's kind of where really got together, right? Was during the pandemic. And of course, it's good. "Hi, LD and Best Chat. Was fired from my valet job last night, or rather, they fired me Friday and just got around to telling me 7 p.m. last night. Luckily, the post office said they have plenty of work." Well, that's good. I'm glad because weren't you going to quit the valet job, Dr. Crow? So at least it wasn't a big shock. It wasn't as big of a shock. I think you were going to plan to leave that, but it sucks that they fired you and just didn't tell you about it until much later. And of course, they fire you on a Friday because, as we learned from Office Space, if they fire you on a Friday, you're less likely to cause a scene. But good luck to you, Dr. Crow. I'm glad you got that other job lined up and ready to go. Good luck to you, Dr. Crow. Hope it goes well. Book column says, "Good morning, good morning, good morning." Contact note says, "Well, on the good side, my two DC stories have taken off. Very cool, very cool. Except DG has somehow got involved, and I've finished my third TD story, but I can't keep writing fanfic forever." It is good practice, though. I will say it is really good practice. Using someone else's tools that are already developed and everything. Pretty good stuff. It does help you like get into the mindset of the characters. Well, get into some good practices. It really does. Let's see, Lieber Wolf, get your coffee. Hello to Lieber Wolf. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see, where are we now? Kjock 70. Good morning. Hope your day is going better than mine. Hope so. But sucks kind of like what's wrong? What happened? Hope it's not too bad. Kjock 70. Let's see. Olympus says, "Oh, YT didn't want to notify me. They don't. By the way, YouTube apparently only notifies people of my live streams. They don't notify people of my videos. I don't know why." So, yeah, if it's a live stream, boom, I get a notification on my phone for my own live stream for some reason, but no notification for video to upload, which is why I guess that's kind of why most of my analytics for the video, like 99% of my views come from people who are not subscribed to me. I checked the last one. Like I think maybe 1-2% of the viewership of my last video came from people who are actually subscribed to me. Most of the 25,000 views or more of the last video came from people who were like browsing or it was recommended to. So and apparently that's been a trend that's still going on around other YouTubers, and it's been going on for a while now. Because it's kind of a consistent thing. YouTube will more than likely recommend, notify you that I'm having a live stream now. But what they won't do is notify you that I have a video out. It's weird. But I got some people from last time who are like, "Oh, I haven't seen one of your videos in like years." I wonder has anything to do with the fact that YouTube does not recommend or notify subscribers of videos that you do. It's strange. Just live stream. So as far as some people know, I just been doing live streams for the last couple of years and no videos at all. Apparently, like YouTube, maybe you could just, I don't know, send notifications when I publish a video that I work really hard on. Maybe that'd be kind of a good idea. If we just let subscribers know that I published a video, I think that'd be good. Let's see. Olympus says, "Oh, yeah, didn't notify me. Always morning LD in chat to answer your question. Yes, millennial writing did get worse. So many of them are uneducated and stupid. That's kind of, I mean, they're kind of educated by the wrong people too. That's kind of part of it. People say, "Oh, it's not millennial writing, it's Gen X or something like that." Well, we learned it by watching them, right? They are our teachers, and so we learned it from them, and then we made it our own thing. We made it kind of worse sometimes. But yeah, we were taught this way of thinking, and then we took it and ran with it. Let's see. Shadow Training says, "Good morning, all. They don't decide what's made for me when they think everything should be made for them. That's why I call them the everything for me crowd. It's not made for you. Well, it should be. It should be." Let's see. Live Biscuit, thanks for the 2 months support. Says, "Get your works. The green rises." The English Limp Biscuit, welcome. Let's see, chat. Francis Praise, BTLD, best chat, and of course, Space King. This chat has been brought to you by the letters LD and number 2 and best chats like you. Absolutely. It's Shadow Interest says, "The city's public school system was proud last year of having 68% math and science literacy score of the 8th grade graduation class." What do you mean 68%? Everyone should be fired. Like every teacher should be fired, it seems like. We 68%. We're becoming a third world country. That number isn't 100%. They failed as a school. Like, man, like maybe not 100%, but like 68%, and they're proud of that. That's an accomplishment. Like, whoa, we actually got it up to 68%. We're like, yeah, we're becoming like a third world country. David says, "Good morning, LD and Bez Chat. Good morning to David Musselman. Welcome. Hello to you, David Musselman." And see, and LCT Coder says, "Good morning, fellas, and hello to you. Good morning. Yokai Zero says, "Good morning. Nice intro. Thank you very much, Yokai Zero. Glad you enjoyed. Chris says, "Good morning, all. Good morning. All the messages I just sent you have been removed." What? They have. I just sent you have been removed. Was it YouTube? What's going on? That's interesting. I don't see anything removed. Let's see. Anyway, chat. No, I missed the intro. Stupid chop. Welcome, Megathon. Welcome. Best chat here for another week of nonsense. Hope the week treated you well. It's been a week. Hello to Cody Ketchel. Good morning. And see your chat. Ace of Swords, Silas Archer. Good morning, LD and Rumble chat. Hello to Ace of Swords, Silas Archer. Good morning. Good morning. To Rumble Land. And see chat. Where are we now? Where are we now? Hello to Carter Kitchens, Monolith and Rumble chat. Here's to another week of nonsense of GreenTube, where slurs happen. Join us. It is true. I did hear that you can say the N-word on Rumble. Lee Fessel says, good morning, LD and Buzz chat. What's the cringe of the menu today? We'll check it out. We'll check it out. Let's see. No, did I see the White House fight last night? No, but I heard it was great. I heard they called like Michelle Obama a man. Like, we are so back. It was so awesome. That's what an American display at the White House. I saw some clips. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw some clips into pictures of like what it looked like. Like, wow, this is awesome. This is great. We need more of this. It's kind of what happens when you get a president who loves America in there. Like they celebrate America and isn't ashamed of it. So we can't, if you want to continue that kind of display, we can't really get another Democrat in here because their whole party is about, they get elected on hating America. Like they're proud anti-American people. So they're like, we hate America so much. But if you elect us, we're going to fix it and pay reparations to all the other countries that we have abused. That's kind of the Democrat policy. But I'd rather like not do that. I'd rather ingratiate ourselves. And see, Introspective M says, good morning, LD and Best Chat. Good morning to Introspective M. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lady Facet says, good Best Chat. Where your media feeds give you headaches? I got this weird connection of unhinged hate for the Carmelo trial, hate for international expats against the U.S., and World Cup fans having fun. And the Carmelo stuff is pretty annoying and crazy, like psychotic. But this is the right side is winning, though. The correct side, the good guys are winning in this situation, especially because Carmelo's parents are like straight up evil. Pretty sure this is straight up evil people. Let's see. Texan Spy Story. Good morning. Swinging through for the like and shitty chat feed the algo. Thank you very much, Texan Spy Historian. Thank you very very much. And speaking of the algorithm, I'm almost tempted. Like when I launch a new video, I'm almost tempted to like. The next live stream I do after the video has launched, just to title the next live stream "New Video," release new video, because YouTube will send you a notification to my live stream, but they will not send you a notification to my new videos. So maybe I have to do it. And see. All right. Let's see, chat. Lilithon says, if you're not getting notifications, do a restart to turn off notifications, then do a rester. Let's see. Can I do that? Because people are not getting my notifications for videos. I don't know if I can if I have to reset that on my end or something. It's in Spy Stories. I only saw the video because I was looking at my subscription on YouTube. I do that often and don't use the algo. It's possible. I mean, some people just have to look it up though. That's kind of the whole thing. Some people just look it up. They have to look it up. They don't get notified. And I've heard some other YouTubers kind of complained about this. Like after a while, YouTube just stopped sending notifications at all for you. Let's see. Aspen7 says, good morning, all. Hello to you, Aspen7. Good morning, good morning. Devian Duckworth says, the YouTube algorithm has shadow banned your channel. Has it? I don't know, because I get notifications for live streams with no videos. Let's see. Let's see here, chat. Devian Duckworth says, I have to actively search for either live streams or videos from channels I know are shadow banned that I'm subscribed to. Interesting. Let's see, chat. Where are we now? Says, if you want some interesting streams titles, go look up Kirsch's Verstall. She is quite original. And Lumfed says, we also need to win in the midterms, so we don't low T Tallarico win LD. I don't think so. People don't really like that kind of guy in Texas. Anyway, chat, we got a new guest in the back room. Let's see who this could possibly be. 1 second. Where's the clip? Here it is.
Don't talk to me. I know you're a pervert under there.
Yeah.
And good morning, Stu of the Stu.
Good morning, Vietnam. Oh goodness, last couple weeks. What a trip it's been. We might actually have peace in the Middle East. The people who are losing, who need to lose, are in fact losing.
We had a really awesome American display at the White House.
Yeah, I don't even like wrestling. I don't give a shit about any of that shit, but like, fuck yeah, right?
I love fighting. Fighting is awesome. People, I think every man should fight. Not
no,
like the streets, but like
no, I believe every man should fight, but they're like, I don't know. It's just not my thing.
I think every man should at least get a punch to the face once, so they know what it feels like.
Yeah, every guy should. You're actually, you know what? I think you're right on this. Even if every guy doesn't fight, they have to Well, no, I think you might be right. Like the more I say it, the more I believe in it. Like every man should like either taekwondo, fighting, boxing, something. Yeah,
Every man. I would not have a woman do that, but every man should at least learn some martial art, or at least get hit in the face once. You know, at least once.
like it's not totally out of pocket either, because you got to know, like, in case you need to fight one day. It's just a good idea.
Yeah, and I can tell you that when you get hit really good in the face, like really hard, your brain has to reset for a few seconds, so you are out of it. So you got to watch out. You might think you're tough, but a good punch to the face, no matter how tough you think you are, you're going to be dazed for a few seconds at least.
Yeah, like it's completely reasonable to get your ass beat sometimes, because fighting's hard, and you should like respect it like as a possible outcome, because if you get yourself into a fight you're not prepared for, you're just going to get your ass beat, and it's going to be way worse for you.
You know what? I'm speaking of which, you know what I watched on Friday?
What?
Friday.
Uh-huh.
with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker and stuff like that. The Friday, and in the movie, Ice Cube's dad is like, you don't need a gun, son. You need to square up. All you guys are cowards. All you do is pull out your gun because you're afraid to take an ass beating. And the dad's like, back in my day, all we needed were our fists, and we just we fought, we lost some, we won some, but we got to go walk away to the living of the day, learn some lessons. And that's kind of oddly enough, it's a character arc of Friday. Friday, how big of a mean kind of movie it is. Bye, Felicia. He still goes through Hero's journey. Oddly enough, he goes through Hero's journey. As his dad is obviously his mentor, and it's hilarious because his dad is the guy that voices Granddad in Boondocks, which is I'm pretty sure he ad-libs a lot of his lines because he's hilarious. But he goes through a little journey in Friday, and it's pretty interesting. But he does say that you gotta stop shooting guns, stop drawing guns, stop being a coward and use your fists. Be a man. Men fight like this. Then you walk away. And see, but it's. I think this kind of some countries have like a mandatory enlistment for young men into military service, like not draft. I mean, that you go into the military for like a year or something like that, which I think would be beneficial. I think that would be really beneficial for a lot of men.
I agree, actually. The only problem with it right now, the biggest country to do that is South Korea. And it's a really good thing because BTS, the Korean pop K-pop group.
Oh yeah,
they famously all had to go in service at the same time, and I mean a lot of Korea's GDP comes from two things: the BTS and Cookie Run Kingdom. Though, or maybe not Kingdom, but Cookie Run. Those are the two biggest things making money for Korea right now. It makes them so much money that they're protected like national treasures. So when BTS had to go into service, they gave them all, they had them all grouped together. They had them do like the proper training. Like it was patriotic and noble.
Make sure they don't get killed or something.
Yeah, do not let these fuckers die. Like, they are so important to South Korea right now. It's kind of inspiring to see an entire country agree that there's a group of people worth protecting, even though they are just entertainers, right?
Right.
That's a love of your culture and your people that I would love to see more of here. Like I should love Taylor Swift, but sometimes she's an obnoxious bitch and I don't care. Like, fuck Swift. What the fuck do you know when you talk about anything? Just be an icon and keep your stupid face out of politics. You're not smart enough for this. you know, and literally Taylor might be smart. I genuinely don't know. I'm just saying the
No,
most
she's dumb.
pop. No, she is dumb.
No. Okay, so I know way more.
Oh, she's dumb.
Yeah, all right, Alex showed up. Hold up.
Yeah. I know Taylor absolutely talks out of her ass, and like the thing is, her best songs, she talks about it as if she's portraying a fake persona that other people have built around her. Like her most real sounding songs are ones that she believes are the most fake. She's really that dumb. I've watched her interviews. I've listened to her chat, and BTS by controversially, or conversely, I mean, sorry, I'm still waking up. I haven't had my coffee yet. They do everything themselves. Like all of their work, their choreography, their songs, that's all them. They are a grassroots. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, homegrown.
Like they developed everything their own, and they made it big on their own merit, and they know it. They do not take that shit for granted. It's really inspiring, and I just wish we had more of that in our like work ethic and shit.
Like I think I call me controversial, but I think you should love your country.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's but we've been tricked. It's kind of one of these tricks, you know. We gotta be like, oh, loving your country, that's Nazis or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder who started that.
Yeah, it's one of those. It comes with a big bundle, right? It's a big bundle of things that we have to accept, like lies. We have to, you know, our social contract in America is to just kind of embrace things that we know are untrue, but to say them would be inappropriate or rude or unpleasant.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. Talk about Cookie Run. Cookie Run has like Dev, we might actually need to like get into Cookie Run lore because
Cookie Run?
I'm not joking, because like the story keeps being described to me and it's kind of fucking peak. Like even their goy slop is better than ours. Like Cookie Run Kingdom is an epic story of these like 5 heroes who encountered a witch cookie. And this witch cookie is trying to destroy the world because she discovered the greatest truth, that cookies were made to be eaten. And like it's like a big fucking revelation. And their entire lore is built on this joke. Like it's fucking brilliant how like how seriously it takes itself, despite the fact that it's fucking ridiculous.
Shall I elaborate?
Yeah, like the 5 ancient heroes and the 5 beasts are wonderfully written. Like,
and that's all just sequel stuff.
That's all it is. What?
That's all just sequel stuff. You spend like 10-15 chapters just learning everybody else's personality and work their way up to it. Like there's great events like the great banquet where you learn the awful truth of the cookies, and there's the pastry order who follow the book of salt, and I'm not kidding. And I'm not kidding. And you know they worship the witches as the great creators, but it's all a secret cult to actually make amalgamation cookie monsters. And let me wait. My favorite kingdom is the Dark Cacao Kingdom, which are placed right on the west side of the continent, and the continent is named Crispia, by the way. And you know they protect the continent from the Great Licorice Sea with their dark cacao walls, their chocolate walls, because they're these great, amazing. I love Cookie Run so much.
And the animations they make for it go so fucking hard. Like this is the most epic story ever told, Cookie Run Kingdom, and like it kind of slaps. Like how confident it is in itself. It knows it's ridiculous, but it dares you to fucking blink.
Yeah.
Well, the Book of Salt really hits home a little bit because that did happen to me one time when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
We ordered I think it was like a pie or something like that, and it was supposed to come with sugar, but the chef had just doused it in salt instead.
Oh no!
You're like, I don't really want to eat this, and my parents like, why aren't you eating this? We bought you this dessert.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's covered in salt.
Salt,
Instead of
they use
sugar.
salt as a- Ew, that's terrible. Yeah, no. So they the Book of Salt is like their Bible, but it's not a real Bible. So there is a there's an order of paladins who I believe I don't know where the paladin power comes from. That's the one thing I kind of missed in the lore. But they are against the Order of Pastry, and the Order of Pastry, they praise the witches, but the witches are the bad guys, and they don't know it, like, because they're just cookies, so they don't understand the works of humans. You know, human world and cookie world are like different things. So the witches are the gods to them, and they you know, the Pastry Order does all their best. And the thing is also like, 'cause there's a difference between cookies and cakes. Cake things are there's cake monsters, and cookies are cookies people. Okay, and but there is a Dark Enchantress cookie had a came across like Red Velvet cookies, one of the most popular characters, and he was an injured cookie. He lost an arm, and she amalgamated him with a cake arm, so he is called the cookie with the cake arm, and that is blasphemous to the Great Pastry Order. And so it's like a real thing. And, you know, and Red Velvet loves his little cake monsters. He has his little cake Count Chiffon, and he thinks that there's adorable pets in his armies, and he treats them that way. And, you know, that's why he's one of the bad guys, because he's on the side of the cakes instead of the cookies.
I've taken the side of the cakes.
It's great. It's genuinely great. I love it. I fucking love it.
Lucifer.
I mean,
Insane.
okay, I can't get into it too much without spoiling, but yeah.
Let's see. All right. Well, here we go. Hold on. Let me get this back here. Megathon. Let's show $10 super chat. Thank you much, Megathon. Appreciate it. Let me get you right here. Let's see. Megathon says, "Oh, darn right, LD. Gary Beckman pocket favorite team. Vegas Golden Knights lost the Stanley Cup to the glorious Carolina Hurricane. The more Canadian of the two, if not a Canadian East." Let's see. We talked about the whole mandatory thing for men. Let's see. Gary Beckman, Golden Knights, the Stanley Cup to the glorious Carolina Hurricane. The more Canadian of the two. It is not a Canadian. If it not a Canadian, an Eastern one. Interesting. I guess it was like a failure on their end. But anyway. What is Cookie Run? Is it a game?
Yeah, it's a mobile game. It's like Raid Shadow Legends, but good.
Good.
It's just like the combat. So like you assemble a team of like 5 cookies, and each of these cookies specialize in different things, and they all, oh god, here comes Alex.
You want a proper explanation?
All right. Yeah, explain the game mechanics, please.
By the way, I did
Oh, wait,
check
hold on.
I did check my channel to see if it was shadow banned, but I'm not really sure because it's going by everything. So it's looking at my published videos that get like, 30,000, 10,000, 30,000, 40,000 plus. And then it's like looking at my live streams, which are more numerous, and only get like 1,000. So it's like, oh, you have a huge like drop in activity, so you might be shadow banned. But the thing is, live streams don't really get as many views as the published videos. I don't know if it's been shadow banned, but even with that, it's like,
I don't think it has.
Be a moderate risk. It might be, but I don't think so. So
I don't think so. I've been getting alerts on yours, but I've also been listening more. Like, I think your channel is like classified as like classic conservative, like video essay chud stuff. Like, and we are kind of like a section on the website. Like, there are just chud tubers, like, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We're correct.
I think if I was totally shadow banned, I would not get my live stream notifications, which I do. Mm-hmm. But when I publish a video, that's kind of when sometimes they stop sending notifications for those until I publish a video again. So I'm not really sure, because the thing is, I say some controversial media stuff, but it's not really that, there's way worse people on YouTube.
Yeah,
I think there are way more controversial people than me on YouTube, political wise.
And they're bigger than us, like, put together, man. Yeah, like they're like, it's huge right now. There are some actual hate speech people on YouTube who are crying like race war, and like, I don't want that. I'm pretty sure you don't want.
But what's your thing though? Also, there's other channels that I've watched are not political at all, like D&D channels, and they're like they're experiencing the same thing, that their videos are not getting notified, sent out to their subscribers. In fact, one of the ones I like was Den of the Drake. I watch him like all the time.
Mhm.
I like his stuff. But he in one of his videos is like, it'd be kind of cool if YouTube would send notifications to my subscribers about my videos. And I noticed that he used to go from he went from like 80,000, 100,000 views to now it's like 30,000, 40,000, like significant drop. So I don't think it's me or because I'm controversial or something, which I don't really think I am that much outside of media. Because I know I'm an idiot in politics. I don't really try to talk politics that much. But thing is,
yeah.
I try not to. It's just that media right now is so tied up in politics that you kind of have to.
Right. It's so annoying because I never wanted to learn, I never wanted to learn this stuff. I never wanted to be activated. And
it's kind of like when Dave Chappelle's like, watching that like Michael Jackson documentary, he's like, I don't want to know all these things.
like,
apparently, I like the long gander at the anus. Like, I don't want to know really all this stuff. It's gross.
yeah. Like, what's the point of knowing, like, any of this feminist shit, like it doesn't really help. It's just, yeah.
And so you have to crow next to the 5. Does your chance? Hey Stu, making a comic has a fight in a con. That's pretty funny. You cool if you're in it. It's an Easter egg, like in the background.
Oh,
like,
that'd be cute. Yeah. No, I'll take that.
You're getting hit with a ray gun that turns people into cat. Also, you're gonna be cat girl Stu.
No, it's fine. Yeah, that sounds delightful.
Only if he turns to a cat girl, but still keeps like the beard and stuff. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, just do whatever you want, man. That sounds awesome. Just don't take it too far. Like, don't make it sexual. Like that's my only request. You can do whatever you can get me thrown off a building, you can get me impaled or whatever. Like, don't make it weird, don't make it gross, don't make it sexual, and I'm fine with it.
There we go. Oh, by the way, we did have our Venture Brothers stream this weekend. It was pretty fun. Diving back into Venture Brothers. It's been a long time since I've seen season 1 of Venture Brothers, but it was worth it to say. It's pretty fun. I like Venture Brothers quite a bit. It was fun going over Brock Sampson and talking about Venture Brothers as a whole, like what's its creation and how the creators are like their philosophy was like the opposite of Ryan Johnson's philosophy, because Ryan Johnson was like, look at these failures, look at these idiots. Last Friday was told to us that it's all about failure. Venture Brothers is also about failure according to the creators themselves, but it's about how beautiful trying is and how beautiful like this life can be even if you are a failure. That's kind of what it is. Kind of like Venture, Dr. Venture. Even Brock Sampson, who's like this complete and total Chad, is kind of a burnout. Like he's not where you think he would be as like this top tier Chad agent. Like everyone in Venture Brothers is kind of like a deadbeat or a burnout or like not where you think they would be or should be. And the thing is, they're all really competent. Like Dr. Venture, Rusty Venture, is actually really good at being a scientist, but he has a lot of daddy issues. It kind of keeps him held back. Brock Sampson is like a top tier agent, but there's some issues there that kind of held held back. Like that's kind of it. Like everyone has high competency, but they're held back by some personal trauma or some personal core wound that they have to deal with, which I think is interesting. In Last Jedi, it's like everyone just sucks, but in Venture Brothers, like everyone has talents and value, but they have to realize it. They have to know what it is and then play into it. So that's what I liked about Venture Brothers is, it does explore failure. It doesn't, when I was much younger watching it, it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting because most things don't do that. But Venture Brothers, even now, they explore that in a very interesting, almost positive way, if one could put it that way. And it kind of reminds me of Smiling Friends, where Smiling Friends is set in a world that's all grotesque and crazy. But at the end of the day, their job is to make people smile. There's positivities in the world. It's not about how this world sucks. It's about how, some situations suck. And at the end, it's like, there's some good things. There's some really good things in the world, and people can still be happy. It's not that everything sucks, therefore give up. It's, some things do suck, but good things happen too. And so I think Venture Brothers has way more in common with Smiling Friends, or the attitude of Smiling Friends, as opposed to The Last Jedi, which is all about how everything sucks and you should wallow in misery with me. It's way better. So I've been enjoying going back to Venture Brothers. It's really funny. I find it also really funny. But yeah, so we get 400 this week. Boom, back to another Venture Brothers, and then if we get 500 more Yu-Gi-Oh GX Generation X. And then Normal Man Looks 5 says, we need to bring back the word bully as Teddy Roosevelt used it and intended it. Oh, yeah. Watch. Isn't that this bully? A much normal man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Alan Fett says, I freely admit to shipping Dean and Triana, mostly because I'm very much a Dean, and Triana reminds me of a lot of my exes. Well, yeah, that's like the Dr. What's his name? Orpheus. That's Orpheus's daughter, right? Yeah, I think everyone wants them together. It's a pretty good pairing, I think, because the show is putting them together. I think they don't end up together, but everyone kind of likes it. And by the way, the Dean, I think, is like the nerdy one, so it's kind of fun to you kind of root for the nerdy guy to get with the goth girl. But thing is, that's what Smiling Friends is all about. Like in Smiling Friends, it's always about this weird guy who thinks he's weird or is very strange. But then he ends up with like a reasonable, good-looking woman in some way. Like the shrimp guy who's like who's balding. Like he ends up with the girl and stealing her away from Pim. Let's see, what's his name? The Glep has like this really like blonde model as a girlfriend. Even Charlie, who looks like this fat nerd guy, and he's like, oh man, I gotta lose weight. He has a girlfriend too. So it's also has like this idea of it's not hopeless. The internet likes to blackpill a lot of people, a lot of guys. Like, oh, it's hopeless if you don't have a six-pack and you're not like a complete chiseled rich Chad, then it's hopeless. And also if you don't have hair, then it's hopeless. That sort of thing. It's like I don't know. It's sometimes it kind of feels like the way of the Andrew Tates and the way of the feminists. They're kind of like the same thing. Like the feminists are like, I only want to date a man who has six figures and a six pack. And then Andrew Tate's like, you got to get six figures and a six pack.
Yeah, it's purposely demoralizing. It's done for like complete greed. It's complete grifting, because once they start seeing success, once a person or a couple starts like believing in themselves and working together and growing as a team, like shit just doesn't phase you, and you realize how happy you actually are, and how hard how hard you actually have to work and what it takes to survive. But you still continue to say like life is hopeless and things suck. It's like, no, you're kind of pulling up the ladder behind you. You're trying to tell people not to collect wealth because you understand that there is a limit to the wealth. Like there's only so much money to go around. One of the things that's really awful when working the convention job is realizing that the convention added like 20 like more vendors, or they doubled the size of the room. And it's like, dude, there is less, like, we understand expanding the hall because you got to like make ends meet or whatever, but like that is such a greed fucking maneuver, because you're cutting our profits in half and you're doubling yours because we pay you to be there. That's really fucking scummy. Like, increase it by like a gradual reasonable percentage, and that's not what anybody's doing right now. Like everyone's trying to like fuck each other over and just maliciously bite because no one trusts each other. And we need to get back to a state where we can kind of trust our neighbor and our neighbor's not trying to scam us,
hopefully.
And Americans, the us kind of Americans, like, you and I get along great, even though we come from like wildly different backgrounds, and we have some pretty big disagreements sometimes. So like I and you've always been really cool to me. Like I feel like I can tell you fucking anything, man. And like this chat too, like everyone in here is pretty well behaved. I like coming here. I like talking to people. I feel like I'm like improving certain people's lives without, telling them what to do or scolding them or trying to like paint a target on myself because, they're killing people for trying to inspire them. They fucking killed Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
Like, it's insane.
which kind of thing, it kind of changed a lot of people. Like it really woke up a lot of people. It's not just like some online stuff. This is real.
Oh yeah.
Normal Man 65 says Venture Brothers also has the best gay rep if you care about that. I guess it technically does because it's not really about this is our gay representation. It's about these characters happen to be gay, and it's that. I think they try to hide it, or I think the characters are trying to hide it or something like that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's about it's part of the character arc and everything. It's part of the story. So it's not about like we need to add in some gay characters so we can check off a box. There's meaning behind it. Let's see. Yeah, there's Dr. Girlfriend and there's Dr. Orpheus. Dr. Girlfriend is I like the backstories they eventually give Monarch and Dr. Girlfriend. It's pretty funny stuff. Let's see. Megathon says, "Whoa, there's Stu. Don't shareholders here say profit is not infinite." Let's see. All right. Let's check this out. And when Charlie Kirk was killed, a lot of tolerance. Yeah, look at all that tolerance there. A lot of tolerance. Anyway, but I found this video, I think this morning or last night, I think it was, that Russell Crowe gets it. And here he is, a little Russell Crowe interview, I suppose. And he is talking about the Gladiator and Gladiator. That's where he's kind of been interviewed. He's talking about Gladiator and Gladiator 2. And it's really interesting because he's saying some really familiar things, I have to say. He gets it. I'll say that. He gets it. Check this out. Let me see. Make sure it's all good to go. Here we go.
This is a story about a man who's avenging the death of his wife and his child. There cannot be a moment on that journey where he stops and has sex with somebody. Doesn't make any sense, because then that destroys the journey. And they fought me and they sent me letters about it and everything. And I just stuck to my guns. And luckily for me, Ridley, even though he would have loved to write a sex scene with me and Connie Nielsen, he agreed with me back then that was the moral core of the film.
Moral core of the film. Interesting. All right, let's go.
For them in the second movie to destroy that moral center. Very interesting, because the second movie barely took the same box office.
Oh, I'm having a hard time understanding him. Could you translate for me?
Let's see. It's going basically. He said that in the first Gladiator that he was doing, the story is about a man going to get revenge for the death of the violation and death of his wife and his entire family at the hands of Commodus, right? And it'd be kind of weird if he just stopped and had sex with somebody. That would kind of break the moral core, because he's being attached and driven by this love that has soured into vengeance against the emperor. So it'd be kind of weird if he took other lovers. And Ridley Scott kind of agreed, he can't really, be sleeping around now. So because his focus is on revenge for his family. So he's talking about the moral core of the movie. And so he's kind of comparing this to Gladiator 2, which didn't really have a moral core. What is the moral core here? And I've seen Gladiator 2. I can't really remember much of it. It was really bad. I remember that being really bad. The only good part of the movie was they mentioned strength and honor, which was kind of cool. But it was mostly really bad. It was kind of the main character is the emperor's son from the first movie, and why, what happened? How can we say the emperor now? And also the main mover and shaker is not him; it's Denzel Washington, for some reason. But it's your story needs a moral core. You can't just do whatever, right? Your story needs a moral core, moral center, and it cannot sacrifice that for kind of service level titillation. So while Russell Crowe, everyone would have been excited about a Russell Crowe and some other actress's sex scene, probably the sister sex scene. but it would kind of dampen this particular journey. That's kind of what he's saying here. So Barely took office that the first movie took that's 20 years later, and people still love that movie. What 20 years later or more at this point?
But that's 20 years later. And when you apply how much of a change there's been on the value of a dollar, they failed. And they failed because they didn't understand why it was successful. It was
Yeah, the story of the last 10 years. Like all these people remaking stuff, remaking movies or whatever, making new movies, revamping, revitalizing franchises. They do so not knowing what made them great in the first place. They kind of like, okay, well, people like this, this, and this, right? And we're going to put some other stuff in there to excite the audience. But they have no idea what made these things great in the first place. The journey of Star Wars was not made great because it was just about this one farm boy taking on an empire. It was made great because of his growth, his training, because watching him grow from a farm boy into a hero. That's kind of what's so interesting about the hero's journey in the first place, is watching this nobody become a somebody. That's how it goes. So, Russell Crowe was like, the first Gladiator movie is legendary because it's not historically accurate and all this stuff, but it has a strong moral core that people can resonate with. It's a man avenging his family, which would be shattered if he took lovers and stuff like that. Because he says something really good at the end here, which is really wraps it up and summarizes it really well, and it kind of leads into what I've been saying for the last couple of years about the archetypical scenario. Well, check it out.
successful because it had a moral core. And here's the thing. Most people like that. On the surface, they'll go for entertainment or whatever. But in truth, if they're going to love something, keep it with them forever in the way that movie has been tonight. Anywhere I'll be able to find you somewhere in the world. That film, 26 years later, is on primetime television.
It's still a headliner.
And it's available on streaming services. Why? Because the love for that thing is because of its moral core. Because, in a way,
Careful, Russell Crowe. Careful. You're getting into Nazi territory here. The moral code and everything. I heard this is Nazis.
all want to be that guy who can stay that strong if you're a man.
See, look, the reason why this story resonates with people even 26 years later is because it resonates with men and women, and it resonates with men and women for different reasons, because men and women look for different things to in a story, right? So check this out.
We all want to be.
Men want to be strong as what's his name? The main character is Russell Crowe's character.
That guy.
I don't remember.
Stay that strong if you're a man and if you're a woman. We all want a man to love us in that way.
Yeah, so the reason why the Gladiator resonates with men is because we all want to be as strong as the main character, and it resonates with women because every woman wants to be loved. That passion, Maximus. That's it, Maximus. I knew it was something that was familiar, but yeah, that I remember Decius Meridius, but that's not what he goes by. I was like something Decimus Meridius. Like what is it? What was it? What's his actual name? But that's what it is, and it's the archetypical thing that Stu and I discussed last week, where the knight slays the dragon to save the princess. The reason why that's such an archetypical thing is because every guy wants to be strong enough to slay a dragon, and every woman wants to be so loved that a knight would risk his life to slay that dragon for them. She gets to marry that knight. She doesn't have to marry that knight. She gets to, and the knight gets to earn the princess because, according to the hero's journey, by the time he can slay this dragon, he's gone through training and tests and a road of trials. He's faced down strong temptation and rejected it. So he is a man worth loving, and he is therefore strong enough to take down this dragon. And the princess gets to marry this guy. She doesn't have to marry this guy. She gets to marry this guy. And so As echoes right here with Russell Crowe saying, is that a big reason why Gladiator was such a hit 26 years later still is because there's a moral core of a guy trying to avenge the slaughter of his family, and he's because he loved them so much. And one, the second, or I say second of all, men want to be that strong. A lot of men, the male fantasy is being this strong, that he can stand up and conquer an emperor. And a woman's fantasy is being so loved that a man would do that for them because his love is so pure. And this is why, in the Gladiator story specifically, that he started sleeping around with other women, it would really destroy the moral core of that story, because his main goal is avenging the family that he loved. So he really couldn't do that. Anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, Russell Crowe gets it. He's strongly marching into Chud territory, because that's kind of what Chuds do. We recognize that there's moral cores to the story. It's not about saying everything sucks and crying about it.
It's why so in Epic the Musical, they changed it where Odysseus didn't sleep with Circe or Calypso, and it's like in the Epic he just did it, like it wasn't a big deal to the Greeks. Like, they kind of expected it, like most people did, and it did kind of frame it as Odysseus had to do it a little bit. So it's like a creepy consent thing. It was like a form of combat. But in Epic the Musical, they changed it so that he's about to sleep with Circe, and she's like, yes, and he's like, no, and she's like, yes, and he's like, no, I can't do it because I love my wife too much. And she goes, oh, okay, that's fine. And then she's like, oh, it's Poseidon's after you, okay, cool, I'll help you out. Like, fuck that guy. And
I'm gonna go to a limb here. Did a Zoomer write this?
He did, but the thing is, he it's a little bit more inspiring that way, because they changed it again where Athena had to fight for Odysseus's honor for Zeus. Like, she had to beat 3 gods. She had to convince them to let Odysseus pass, and she kind of like fought for him. Unlike in the original Epic, where she just kind of went, Dad, can you let Odysseus go? And Zeus,
Okay.
Zeus just like, okay, yes, dear. Like, he's just spoiling Athena, and it's cute, but it makes the story more heroic. And I do like that change. And a lot of people, and this is what's really, really good about Epic the Musical. It is getting people to talk about the original Odyssey and comparing it to the musical, because a lot of people bring this up and talk about it. And people like me at first were really against the idea of censoring that. But then once I listened to all the songs, and you get to Penelope's part and how loyal she was to him and how much she loves him, and like, it becomes all that more inspiring. So like it works for the musical, even though that wasn't how it was in the original Epic.
Right. Let's see. But yeah, I was like, so that you remove all like the sex stuff. Zoomer, right?
No, they kept it in there, and there's a line where Odysseus, like, the final or song like 38 or whatever, because they condensed the Epic into 40 songs, 40 amazing songs, by the way. There's none that I hate. Like, I can just listen to that whole thing and just absorb the Odyssey, like, in a wonderful.
It's pretty cool though. That's a pretty cool experiment or a project.
And he keeps it like so fucking manly. Like, it's a manly story, and Odysseus does manly badass things. And there's a part where the suitors are conspiring to kill Telemachus, his son, and rape Penelope, and Odysseus is like executing them, as like, you tried to kill my son, you tried to rape my wife, all of you are going to die. And he just goes fucking berserk. Ooh, it's so juicy.
Well, that reminds me of what happened in the Gladiators. Like, I'm Maximus Decimus Meridius, father to a murdered wife, and husband to a murdered wife, father to murdered children. And like that's one of the most badass moments in the movie. Because I this is me. I'm a general, but this is where I really am. I am the husband to a murdered wife and father to murdered children, and I will have my revenge. I guess the most badass moment in the movie. And yeah, there's Odysseus going, "You tried to kill my kids and rape my wife. You prepare to die. Go on, offer me wealth, offer me riches, offer me anything I want." Hello there, I am Odysseus. You tried to kill my wife. You tried to rape my wife and kill my kids. Prepare to die.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so fucking good. Like, Thunderbringer is my favorite soundtrack, and unironically, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not kidding. It was the final piece of the puzzle that I needed to cure my depression. And it's because during Thunderbringer, there's this very amazing animation by this woman who I can't remember her name right now, but there is a giant inaccuracy in the song where Odysseus is on the island, but his men just killed the golden calf and Zeus is coming to punish them. So in the epic, it takes place out in the middle of the ocean or the sea, but in this animation, it takes place on the island where they slaughtered the cows. But the animation is so good, it doesn't matter, because Zeus is the most amazing fucking thing in that animation. And after that song was over, I was like, damn, I want to be Zeus. Like, I want to be that fucking Zeus. And like he's coming to punish Odysseus, and he's like the tone of the song is kind of like, yo, your men fucked up and someone's got to die, either you or your entire crew. And Odysseus chooses himself. And again, that wasn't in the original epic. Zeus just killed all his fucking men, and Odysseus just survived because he's a fucking Chad.
Yeah.
So
See how it goes.
Yeah, so it's a really dark moment, and it adds a lot of tension and adds a lot of determination, and tells you that Odysseus is willing to sacrifice those who betray him in order to get home. Like, it's incredible, very manly story.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'll send you the playlist. If anything, I'll live stream it with you, bro. Like, it's that good that, like, the playlist is that good, and talking about it is so good. I bet we could just have a blast.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. And see, by the way, Jake's voice is it Litdev read Streamlabs superchats? Yes. According to Streamlabs, I haven't received any in like 2 months. So I haven't had to read any, but but yes, I do. It is open, ready to go. It's a normal man that should $10 super chat. Thank you very much. A normal man. Appreciate it. Let me see here. Let's see. His name is my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, a loyal servant to the true emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife. That's so badass. And I will have my revenge this life for the next. That's one of the heaviest lines. Dropped at the best moment. The comments is like, "You Gladiator, what's your name?" He's like, "My name's Gladiator." No. What's your name? And he's like, "Fine, fuck it." I'm Maximus Decimus Meridius, bitch. And that's kind of it. Just lays it all down. To be honest with you.
It's so fucking man. It's like Rock Lee taking off the weights, you know?
And then boom, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah, Rock Lee. It doesn't matter that he lost, man. It didn't fucking matter. The fact is he went out there and he laid it all on the fucking ground. Fuck yes. He left nothing. He left nothing back. That's why that moment's so fucking loved.
Yeah. It said, was I underwater for the super chat? Let me see. And see, his name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, loyal servant to the true emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and he will have his revenge. This life or the next.
Joria Lama, Zeus never punished anyone. It's Poseidon. Are you sure? I feel like
Poseidon was the one that did most of the punishing. Because
Yeah.
the reason why that is because he used a Trojan horse, and that was Odysseus' idea, and Poseidon loves horses. So, and then of course Odysseus has to cross the ocean to get back home. And Poseidon's like, all right, you can play this game, Odysseus. So I think Zeus was more on Odysseus' side, but Poseidon was the one that was angry. I think most people kind of combine Zeus and Poseidon. The thing is, Zeus was mainly just horny. Poseidon was the asshole. Like he was like the biggest asshole out of Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. Like, if you read the mythology, like Poseidon, including Ovid, Poseidon is like the biggest asshole of the three.
Mhm.
Anyway, that sounds better. Hopefully, I'm not underwater anymore.
Well, you're being punished by Poseidon.
That's why I keep getting underwater.
That's why it happens, guys. I'm sorry. We're talking about Poseidon in not the best way, and he's being a little bitch, so he's trapping LD's microphone underwater.
Usually what happens. All right, let's check it out. So here's a video by Fleekazoid. Bum 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 ba-dum. Fleekazoid. It's about gaming isn't for you anymore. It's not made for you.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
I love this guy. This guy's so funny.
For Weeb Day, I have the Mother's Basement released a video called like a Stop Ruining Fantasy. And I wonder what that's about. So we're gonna cover that for Weeb Day.
Oh boy.
And see. Richard Katsuna says Zeus definitely punishes, but yeah, he definitely punishes. But Poseidon is worse. Is the one you regular? I mean, even Hades punishes, but Poseidon, as far as I know, is like way worse. Is regularly getting angry over all kinds of even light offenses. Yeah, because like everyone always is sure to appease Poseidon because he's like very emotionally volatile. So really, I think that if Disney made, I know Hades is like has the aesthetic of the evil bad guy, but really, if they really want to make a villain for Hercules, at Disney or whatever, it really should be Poseidon. I think Poseidon is like the one that would be the most villainous. I'm pretty sure Hades is happy with Persephone. he's got that steady marriage, and he's just kind of a banker kind of guy. Is all the gold. So I'm pretty sure Hades is just fine. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he would try to take over Mount Olympus or anything. I think he kind of likes his job. He's not just ruling hell. There's a paradise down there too. I'm pretty sure that it would be Poseidon who would be the most angry. And see, this too says Poseidon was like the ocean. It's very bipolar, very volatile. So he could turn on you in a second. That's Poseidon. So all three brothers could be, could have their dark moments, but Poseidon, I think, is the most. He's a middle. He kind of feels like a middle child. Like he's like he needed more daddy's love or something like that. Let's see. Anyway, daddy ate him.
Like as far as we know, like Hades has always been pretty chill, and he's always been kind of the bitter, cool brother. And he just kind of deserves somebody because he's got a shit job. And so like he was given Persephone, and like everyone thought, yeah, that's pretty fucking reasonable actually. But
makes sense.
The most famous piece ever depicting this is called The Rape of Persephone, and it just confuses people because like now people aren't sure, wait, did Zeus or did Hades rape Persephone? Was this agreed upon? I thought it was a good deal. You know what I mean? So you got to wonder, like, what's the original? Did he kidnap Persephone, or was there an agreement and it was like a ritual thing? I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, the story is just like he kidnapped her, but she kind of liked Hades anyway. It's just the reason why he had to kidnap her because the mom didn't like. I think her mom's name was Demeter. I think it was Demeter who was the mom. Didn't really like Hades, so that's kind of what it was. She didn't really like that, so they eventually made a deal that she would, Persephone would be in the underworld for half the year, and then be with her mom for the other half of the year.
That's right. No, yeah. That's so he kidnapped. Like they faked it. Okay, they faked it because Persephone was into it, or they had to. That was the only way to make it work. Okay.
Yeah, she actually liked Hades. Is that the mom was involved? See, Will Smith excuses except for Demeter. Yes, Demeter. She hated that marriage. She did. That's why they eventually had to make a deal. That's why we have the first half of the year is like summer and spring, and the second half is winter when she's in Hades or with Hades. But let's see. Here's Flakeazoid.
Last year, we were so back. I'm talking jugs, melons, sweater stretchers, you name it, we made it busty.
There you go, Stu. And we got this 5 says, here's 5. We can we watch Skater Boy was a new original song that didn't plagiarize at all. Also, Zeus is the reason Hades is married. So yeah, they chill. Because Zeus wasn't Zeus. I think he got involved. Otherwise, I don't think Demeter would be like willing to talk. But Zeus had to come down and get involved, I think. But yeah, if anyone was supposed to be, the only reason I'm pretty sure Hades was like the bad guy in Disney's Hercules because he looked like a bad guy. He was like, oh, god of the underworld. He's like the devil, right? That makes sense. But really, probably Poseidon. I'm pretty sure Poseidon should have been the bad guy.
But here's the thing, too. Do I mind that? Because simply because, like, should we be telling certain stories with Christ allegories, in order to inspire people to be more heroic in general, and then like when they're older, we tell them, the actual version just to like set the story straight, kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's see. But also Zeus is the reason Hades is married, so yeah, they chill. I'm pretty sure. Look at the Zeus is well, Stu, I defer to Stephen Fry mythos. Stephen Fry is a really good narrator. Like he reads like Sherlock Holmes and a lot of the myths. He reads a lot of mythology books. He's really good at it.
Joff seemed like the hero who could save us all from this drought of gaming. Then he glazed the hell out of High Guard and ruined everything. This year, we are so back again, though, for it is the year of the cube. I don't know why everyone started putting cubes in their game, but the cube.
The Jube. I was like, what the fuck? That would have been really bizarre. Why don't
cubes, dude?
The cubes. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's the cubes.
It's the cubes again.
The cubes.
They're behind everything.
And who runs the media? The cubes, obviously. Let's see. It says, I loathe Disney Hercules. It was nothing like the original myths. It's nothing like the original myths. Like Zeus is a good dad. Come on. It's weird because Demeter and Persephone were goddesses of the underworld before Hades was even a concept. Hell, Poseidon was part of the underworld. Because the underworld is a lot larger than like a lot of Western media will give you credit for. The underworld is enormous. Like it has so many different places in there. It's a crazy, crazy world.
I'm glad to see it. Because if God of Chores hit me without any cube, I don't know what I'd do. It's always been my dream to play as that one chick from that one scene in that remake that no one liked. Don't be sorry. Be Cube! And what the hell is going on with Wolverine? Out of 4,000 comics, I'm glad they chose the one where he's fighting in a Home Depot parking lot. Who looks hairier, Wolverine or Mr. Teak? I know that shit. Speaking of
Mr. Teak, that's pretty funny. It's because we Mystique. Because they're making all these women like men.
Let's go back to Jod of Chores for a second. We've got some of the dumbest millennial writing I've ever seen. Quick question, why are there dead people in the afterlife? Follow-up question, who thought this was a good idea and when will they be fired? Any random NPC in Stellar Blade 2 clears Jod of Chores. Stellar Blade 2 was the winner of this entire showcase, in fact. Oh wait, it wasn't in this showcase because you suck. The only thing that moved copies, and you lost it. You let them go free so that you can make more games for women in their 50s. Oh wait, they don't buy them. You even screwed that up. You know what they do like? Showing a baby getting punched 6 or 7 times. Naturally, this got their trailer age restricted, so they responded by censoring cleavage. Tough but fair. Rayman ran out of Coke money, so now he's on a comeback tour. I have no clue what I'm writing. So here's Flump to make an important announcement. You know, we have a jug problem in this country. They're not big enough, so I got my top guy.
he's Trump now.
Come on, tell me the Trump joke.
Let's see. Dave says, The very funny short video about Punky Doodles that talked about the difference. Yeah, the Hades. Like, I am the god of death. The god of the dead, not the god of death. It's different. Right? You want to talk to Thanatos. Thanatos is the god of death. All right. Hades is the banker. All right. He's the guy that does the books. Thanatos is the edgy emo boy that you all love. Right. Hades is the guy that kind of goes to work in a suit and does the numbers. He's basically an accountant. Leaf says, in the old version of the story, Persephone hid in the underworld to escape her mother. It took Zeus intervening to reach an agreement, and Hades was thrown in as the bargain husband, part of the deal. Yeah, it's like, I think, as far as I know, and even in all the versions I've heard, it's like Demeter is the one who's throwing the big tantrum. Everyone else is cool. Like, if Demeter is the one that's causing the problem.
Fleek to see what he can do. And by Cube, he's done it again. He's created the largest cup to ever go on a cup. I like cups. But Fleek, why are these censored? Uncensor them or I'll tear a few. Yes, sir. Wow, look at those giant jugs. Perfect size for my huge hands. Massive even. You know, we really got to get a pimp flavor for this cup. Come get it before they get me. This is the final countdown to get a chalice worthy of a jumbo jug junkie. I'll take it from here.
I think anime keeps winning. Like, okay, anime keeps giving the audience like feminine character. Even if they're powerful, they're still very feminine. And they look like women, right? And of course, the busty anime girl has become a meme, like the busty elf girl or whatever. And they're not anti-man or anything. They usually fall in love with the main character for whatever reason. The best ones, you could tell why they fall in love with them and things like that. Like the worst ones is like, okay, they're just like robots that kind of just, their job is to fall in love with the main character. Those kind of suck. But anime keeps winning over and over and over again. And I don't think by any coincidence, all their female characters are like, they look like women, first of all, which is a big hurdle for the West. And they're very curvy women and they're very feminine. Meanwhile, over there, the West are like, okay, we got to beat anime. How do we do that? Let's make them manlier. Let's make them look like crackheads. That'll be good. Sunken in cheeks and bulgy eyes. That'll be good. Oh yeah, narrow those hips and broaden those shoulders. All right, we need to make them. Every woman must look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right. I got to give them abs that you can grate cheese on and stuff. And this is great. It'll sell. We're going to beat anime this way. And if it doesn't work, we're going to double down.
Code PIMP for 10% off the biggest jugs before they're gone
Also, they all have the standard issue boilerplate. We don't need no man personality.
forever. You bless this great.
Trump should release this. You should have the best gaming platform, the best gaming thing ever. It's called the Trump Cube. you open up the hair to put the disc in.
I was thinking that. That looks great.
It'd be great. That'd be fantastic. You should do this. It'd be the best the GameCube ever. Eat your heart out. Eat your heart out. Let's see. 1 second here. Let's see. Huh. All right. So I sent you a destination on Streamlabs to show up. Not yet, which is interesting. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix that.
Country of ours. Happy 250th anniversary, Fleek. Flump out. Stuntman's looking pretty good. Never played it, but a Death Race reference in 2026?
Yes! Yes!
You see, when it's my nostalgia, it's great. When it's yours, it sucks and you're old. Gears of War ED is nostalgia for big, strong boys, which is why it's objectively the best nostalgia bait of the entire Xbox showcase. Marcus is out here spitting so much testosterone, even the women are getting jacked. Couple more games hanging out with Marcus, and she will turn into the Cold Train, baby. Whoa!
Oh, mommy, you let the bad man hurt us. Fuck you! We gonna whoop your mama's ass! Whoa!
This was him then, this is him now. Feel old yet? Summer Game Fest.
The imposter could be any one of us.
Fuck you!
6 years later, still the stupidest name you could come up with. Not like Fleekazoid, that shit's genius. Did you know 9,000 games came out on Steam last year? Excluding porn games, that's still a solid 500.
Hold on.
Could come up with. Not like Fleekazoid, that shit's genius. Did you know 9,000
Stu, did you know 9,000 games came out last year?
games came out on Steam last year? Excluding porn
crazy.
games, that's still a solid 500.
Yeah, Excluding porn games, it's still like, a couple hundred. Still a pretty respectable amount.
Fortunately, this year there wasn't too much slop. It was only the entire showcase.
By the way, the last Streamlabs tip I got was called Stew Stalker.
What the fuck?
Back in April.
What the fuck? Who is this person?
I don't know. It was back in April. I got a tip from someone named Stew Stalker. But
STEW or STU?
STU Stalker.
Oh no. I like it could be coincidence. I think it could be coincidence.
Let's see. Anyway, but I haven't gotten no new Streamlabs tips have shown up. So not yet. And the PayPal is connected. And I think credit cards are connected too. But the PayPal is connected. So it should go through, I think. Anyway.
Resident Evil Veronica didn't show any gameplay because they didn't have to. Joff was real excited for this Gen Atlas thing. I was not. But while we're bringing back shit, no one...
And see, Abrasioni says the scary part is that people actually buy them. The porn games? Or the 500 that's left over.
Bro, they're good. You pay for it. If they're good, pay for it. Sometimes some of them are good. I played several. And like some of them were legit like good experiences. And not just like spank bank shit, like because half the time, like I would just continue playing it just to finish the fucking game, and the porn scenes I was just like, another one, click. Like they put a lot of time into it, and it's like each one is entertaining, but like I don't care to achieve anymore, like at this point it isn't about that. It's about getting to the end of the game.
Stu saying, I play these games to finish, all right? Like a proper gentleman. It's even that says, yeah, I don't buy porn games. I get erotic audiobooks like a gentleman. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's the low voltage gooner shit. Oh, you can't take the effort. You can't give the emotional energy back to the piece of media that's helping you to achieve the best shit of your life. Fuck you. You lazy, selfish bitch.
I also want to see justice for Ares. Rick Royden did Ares dirty. Ares was the only god to actively protect women. He murdered a god who tried to rape his daughter and was acquitted by Olympus. He got acquitted by not guilty.
Straight for all those barren women in there.
I really hate the whole new thing that's popped up. It's like he was declared not guilty. He wasn't declared innocent. That's the whole new methodology that kind of came up with millennials. Like it is declared him not guilty. It doesn't mean he's innocent. Yes, it does, because our society is innocent until proven guilty. So if he's not guilty, he's innocent. You're just by default innocent. So, but I remember like the whole Trump thing when he was like, tried all those times. And then like pretty much every conservative or man that has to go to trial and is declared not guilty. Like, oh, well, he's not. They said he was not guilty, not that he's innocent. Like that's what not guilty means in America. It means you're innocent because you're innocent until proven guilty.
40s. They gotta do something until God of Chores drops. I tried to say all that in a funny voice so that it wouldn't sound so mean. They had some wild announcements like this clutch game.
Some people are meant to be outlaws, Theo.
What do you mean, some people?
Yeah, some people.
Crazy to say that on Juneteenth. Almost as...
Oh, here we go. Okay. Jaden Vogues, thanks for the $2 super chat. I just got it. I just got through Streamlabs. LD, Stu, have you seen Odysseus Epic, the musical by Mr. Gameron? It's an amazing 7-minute animation with incredible music. It's about when Odysseus comes home and slaughters all the suitors. I think Stu was talking about that's the one you're talking about, that right, Stu?
Yep.
The Epic.
Yep. That's the one. It's fantastic, man. It's so good.
Let's see, but thank you very much, Jaden Vogues.
Nice.
I got it. I guess it took a while to get through, but I got it.
Crazy as Fable's new villain saying, those people aren't real heroes. What do you mean, those people? Will everyone be saying what?
What do you mean, those people?
Wild shit in Fable? Maybe it won't totally suck. Just kidding, of course it will.
But I've only just learned to communicate.
Quiet, pig.
Brother.
Dude, you can impregnate and multiple women and marry them at the same time in the new Fable game.
Oh, yeah, that's what it says.
I might I might need to.
I guess
look
that
into
one you're
this.
Mormon or something.
I might need to look into this. I've never played a Fable game before. I thought it looked a little cartoony. I also didn't own an Xbox growing up, so I copiumed and said I don't even like Fable, and I never got a
You
chance.
could have a wife in every town too.
Bro, that's so cool. That's so fucking cool, man. Yo,
I guess they saw where the wind was blowing. Like, you know what? We know who the audience really is.
yeah, you do.
It's a side that says go forth and reproduce.
Bro, it better be that.
Let's see. Look at talking pig. It's just Colin the pig. Brother, may I have some oats?
Not you, Colin. Please keep talking. I was talking to him. It's been quite some time since I've seen a talking pig. In fact, it's been hours since I've talked to your mother, Oliver. This chick made me sign up for her newsletter.
Whoa, Megalithon! Thanks for $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Megalithon. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. Megalithon. It says, looks to. I grabbed what I thought was Isekai slop-like novel, but boy, was I surprised when Love Chapter came up. Good thing I was alone driving home.
You got okay. No, that's what happened to me on Fate Stay Night. I didn't know it had that stuff in it, like growing up, and I got totally blindsided by the Shiro Saber Rin threesome. And like it shaped my whole fucking life after that. Like I got emotionally annihilated by a fucking visual novel.
This happened to me recently too. So what happened was, have you seen that game on Steam called Black Souls? Not Dark Souls, but Black Souls. Like someone did like their own version, kind of like a GRPG. What's it called? RPG Maker.
Okay.
Like it's on Steam. It's called Black. I watched some like I tend to watch indie stuff and video game stuff about lore and everything, and some shorts that came about Black Souls and some videos that came about Black Souls saying this is the most disgusting or the darkest RPG ever. And I looked it up on Steam, and it's like it has overwhelmingly positive reviews as a sequel. And I was like, oh, this guy's kind of interesting, and I do like Dark Souls, and it has a baseline Dark Souls, but his own story is more like about fairy tales and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting.
I love how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure can bring gay men and straight men together.
Absolutely, it crosses the divide.
we all want to be a JoJo, man. Like they're so fucking cool, but they're kind of fucking weird about it. But it's okay that they're weird about it because they're genuine about it, and they're not like purposely trying to make it weird, you know.
And with so I tried to sell Shad on it, and he's like, I don't think I convinced him. I even told him there wasn't even that much butt stuff in there, and even that didn't convince him, unfortunately.
I would recommend not saying there's not that much butt stuff in there because there's not, but you don't want to like imply it. You know, scare the poor boy off. I wouldn't do that either.
Up in there, I mean.
I wouldn't watch it with you either, you fucking weirdo.
But okay, so here's what happens, Stu. It's kind of funny.
Okay.
So Black Soul, I got Black Souls because of all this stuff I watched. I didn't watch the whole video. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. It's JRPG, kind of like turn-based Dark Souls, and you still use souls as a currency, but it has its own like twist on fairy tales and things. I was going through the game and I was like, okay, well, this is pretty fun so far. But there was areas I couldn't access, and it seemed like all the pictures were missing, and it kind of felt incomplete. I looked it up and I had to look into it, and they said, okay, well, I need this patch that unlocks it. Otherwise, you're going to get like dead events. You're not going to be able to access everything. You're going to hit invisible walls, things like that. So I downloaded the patch, and it did unlock all the game. The full game. I can now I can access areas I couldn't access before. It's like, oh, I thought like I would have to unlock them or something, but no, the game was incomplete if you just buy it on Steam and download it. You have to get the patch. But I did not know that was full of porn scenes. The patch unlocked all these porn scenes, dude. Like, what the hell is this? No one told me about this.
Which game?
Black Souls. So
Oh,
you know
that's
how in
really funny.
you know how in Fate Stay Night, the way you can revive your mana.
Oh God, yes. Tell me.
It's kind of like that. So you get companions in this one. It's kind of what makes a difference. So you run to different companions and you can summon them during battle. But aside from leveling yourself up with souls, you can level them up with souls. And so before I got the patch, it was like, okay, here's my fairy companion. I'll feed her some souls, and she just grows up in levels. And she goes, "Oh, thank you." And then that's it. I level myself up. Great. We have a really cool team going on. Then I get the patch, and I go to feed her some souls, and lo and behold, it's like, oh, well, let me siphon the souls out of you. It's like, what?
Yeah, dog. Why don't you get to that? Why don't you do that?
Fortunately, there's a way to turn these scenes off, but I was like, what is this?
I'd have been like, fuck yeah, dude.
It's like the patch added a lot of stuff. I thought that
completely fucking blindsided you.
Also, it added also the patch unlocked the concept of sins in the game, and sins too. And you could every character you can interact with, you can kill, but if they're women,
oh no,
there's a chance of we'll say non-con. Like, what is this? What is this now?
That's awesome.
So far, my knight guy is a sinless knight. Not killing anyone, definitely not violating anyone. I turn off all the H scenes, but the story is pretty interesting because it is about there's a lot of like fairies. I killed the ugly duckling, for example. Mm-hmm. And the beginning is you trapped in a cell as an undead, just like Dark Souls, but you get saved by Joan of Arc, and she helps you out. And when you get to the end of the prologue, you have to fight a dragon that burns her to death immediately.
Fuck, that's wild.
So and it's like, oh, that's pretty cool, like introduction. Like this is brutal. So you know, the story otherwise is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. It's a very dark fairy tale twisted world. So it's not just a carbon copy of Dark Souls. Mm-hmm. But I was pleasantly surprised that the patch unlocked all the rest of this game, but I was taken really off guard by the new scenes.
That's so funny, dude. Like that's really, really funny.
So fortunately I found a book that can turn them off because every single time you want to level up your companions, there's always like a porn scene that plays out. So I was like, okay, I just want to level up my characters. I don't want to see this porn scene every time. Every time. It's not just once, it's every time.
Like I also get annoyed by that. Like, I'll be honest, like, you know, I like the novelty of some of it. Sometimes there's a few of them that are just made with a lot of like really dorky passion, and I kind of respect it. But there's a point where it's just like, oh dude, fuck, just let me get back to the game. Like, I want to know where the story's going. Does he the one that I like is called Harem Quest. And I like, yeah, of course I would like it, right? But it's actually kind of good. It tells the story of this like kind of almost rants like character. Like he's a really bad dude. Like I would not want to be him. Like, he's that evil.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like the whole thing with people's connection with the Joker. Like, we liked seeing the Joker operate. We like seeing him like do crazy things, but you probably wouldn't want to be him or even be his friend.
Yeah, and throughout the story, the character is becoming kinder, and like things are like it was kind of rapey at first, but then it like got pretty much consensual, and I think that's kind of cool. I guess you know what I mean. Like there's got to be a story. There's got to be like some kind of honor system that eventually evens it out. If you're gonna go,
I hope so.
Yeah, and
let's see.
I just find it to respect. Sorry, go ahead.
But it's kind of funny that that happened. Like Megalodon's like, oh, here's a pretty interesting isekai novel. Oh my goodness. That's what happens. Like, okay, well, most of the game, it seems kind of unfinished, and I kind of got the patch and like, okay, now I can go to these areas. Whoa, what is this? But now Megathon is the devotee of the Royal Guard punishing. And see, Carly Music says, Ellie, did you try Fear and Hunger series? Yes, I did try the first one. That one, I would expect those kind of things to happen because Fear and Hunger is brutal. I thought it was like, oh, this is going to be style of Berserk, but no, it's more like Silent Hill, like a brutal Silent Hill. But it is very interesting. Let's see.
Hunt is cool, I guess. Do 2026. Listen, guys, like y'all know what girls are going for right now. They're into some weird shit, like some weirder shit than most of us, and like we should be able to like set standards, you know. Like someone like me needs to exist to be the arbiter of tastes, who understands that there
should like, be a sommelier.
there needs to be a limit. like I think most of it is fine, but like there's some shit that needs called out sometimes.
Let's see. Carter Kitcher says, Litdev. Fun fact about Black Souls, you can kill a dragon before it kills Joan of Arc, and she lives and the game allows it. Well, okay, I did kill the dragon in the beginning because I after I learned, my first play, a little run through with how the things go, how the moves work, I did manage to kill the dragon, but there was no opportunity for me to save Joan of Arc. She just kind of dies. Like a dragon appears and then like breathes fire, and then you get into the battle with it. And when she breathes fire, it kills Joan of Arc. But I did manage to kill the dragon and get like the cool sword that drops, and it's a huge boost. And you get like 30,000 souls. You get like 10,000, 15,000 souls. But I was able to kill the dragon in the beginning, and I got the sword. So it does make things a lot easier at the start. Let's see. Lady Fatslot says Joseph Campbell was onto something with his pattern recognition. He takes time and patience. Two commodities in short supply these days. Yeah, it takes time and patience. They're very important. Very important. And people want a win button or a shortcut button. There is no shortcut button. You got to put in the work and the effort.
Letter looking for game men. It also comes with an achievement tracker. Grinder. Listen, lady, I already have a special game man in my life. His name is Todd, and he refuses to do anything that isn't Fallout 67 or Elder Scrolls Online. This looks good. Can't wait for the Gundam game. Platinum games don't miss, except for when they do.
Who's that? Wait, that's...
Why are we doing a Saw game, Joff? No further statements.
Wait, that's...
Jigsaw died 20 years ago. How is he back? And he's not even the craziest resurrection of the night. Stranger Than Heaven brought Tupac back to life. What next? Are you gonna bring back High Guard? Wait. Oh, thank God, you scared me. It's just Guild Wars 3, guys. The funniest resurrection of the night has gotta be stealing the gayest Assassin's Creed game away from Ubisoft.
Wait, what? Ubisoft upcoming Assassins, the gayest Assassin's Creed? What? Why is the... I think their focus used to be on gameplay and stuff. What the hell is this?
Dude, like why? Like hold on. Here's I know okay. No, shut the fuck up. I swear to God. So I every major Assassin's Creed fan I know is a girl.
I am one.
They're all fucking girls. Like, listen, I liked Assassin's Creed. LitDev liked Assassin's Creed. There are girls who fucking lived and breathed Assassin's Creed. They fucking loved that game because it was manly and awesome and cool. And then these freaks came in and they made it fucking weird.
Instead of like here's a new Assassin's Creed game set in this cool era, this cool like part of the world. We're releasing the gayest Assassin's Creed yet. Like who plays Assassin's Creed for the gays? Like that, it's about combat and like cool history and conspiracies. But no, let me go ahead and drop like $60, $70, or $80 so I can have a gay Assassin's Creed game. Like I'm not sure who's buying it for that reason. There might be some, but I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's definitely worth like the millions of dollars you put into this game. Let's see. I played that one, the Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where you beat up the Pope. I played that one. It's pretty good. I like the Ezio trilogy.
Yeah, Brotherhood is fucking peak, man. I love that game.
Brotherhood is probably one of their best out of everything. It was pretty awesome. Like I think Brotherhood is the one where they added in the whole you can add up a kill streak where you kill one guy and then you kind of just point the direction of where you want to kill next, and he kind of just annihilates an entire group of people. That was pretty awesome.
My favorite was Black Flag and Brotherhood are like neck and neck with me, because Black Flag was amazing and so much fun, but it was decidedly not an Assassin's Creed game.
Of course, Stu would like Black Flag.
there not a lot of black people in that. Well, I mean, there are black people in that when you're in the Caribbean.
Is
but,
that
like,
a
but you're like white, I think. I think you're British or something. I'm not sure.
You're a British pirate or something like that.
Yeah. And he was so fucking cool. And yeah.
Like a Spider-Man. X5 says, should someone with dark thoughts reads us watch a tale with dark themes? Could one be about depression, etc., help worse things? Hope every cue is okay. Well, I mean, there's a genre of music called the blues, and it's about being depressed and having a bad life, and people can listen to that and feel better about themselves. I don't think it would be so bad. Let's see. Someone says, I don't know LD. The Pope is from Chicago. Like this modern day Pope from Chicago. Let's see. He's just in there eating like a deep dish pizza or something. And see, then again, he's kind of woke, making nice with the pagans. You don't really want to make nice with the pagans. Come on.
All the ideas to steal from Ubisoft on the way out, you take this? Great job justifying the Salem witch trials. Also, when are we gonna stop milking Tifa? Part 3 of your childhood and a Street Fighter
They will never stop milking Tifa.
DLC? You just spent $200 to play some Unk Slop. I don't want to hear any more slander about Todd. The only
That's the best picture.
Damn.
IGN 10 out of 10. Well, now we know what 10 out of 10 means. So, after mixtape, you don't have to try so hard, Todd. You can just like pump out some slop. Just make the main character a girl, and boom, 10 out of 10.
Todd. The only good news out of this cute Forsaken show was Stellar Blade 2 Blood Rain, the sequel, which, if you don't know, is the second game in the series. Thanks to the... Oh, wait.
And to make a Spider-Man, Essential 2 says, easier or such hard to get ending and all right in a tale. You mean in the game or in a story? But easier to as hard to get ending it all right. I mean, in a game, yeah, I think usually the best ending is toughest to get. That's the best ending. A story is kind of tough because you have to lay down the groundwork first, so that the good ending can be believable after you dragged everyone to hell for like a few chapters.
Was one more surprise. Doom the Dark Age. Keep it. Thanks to the flock of pimps, and another thanks to everyone who bought the.
Yeah, just gamers. Gaming is not for gamers anymore. It's for crazy feminist women.
So fucking wild to me, man.
That's why everyone is going to the East and going to anime games.
And the thing is, too, those people are just trying to corrupt that shit, too, and make it fucking weird and annoying and gay. And they're just refusing to learn. And as we start rediscovering our history, we learn that these people have always been a thorn in our side.
Yeah, they've always been there, except now they're just kind of not so quiet about it. They kind of overplayed their hand.
Yeah, no, it's like we can see that, it's always been a problem.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, well, check this out. So I have another video on millennial writing. It's an hour long, so we're probably not going to watch all of it, but I do want to watch the intro is to see where it takes us. Check it out here. Bring it over here. Fantastic.
The following. Imagine an Assassin's Creed game with the writing quality of HBO's Rome, or another ODST.
An Assassin's Creed game that's not gay. It's not the gayest Assassin's Creed ever made.
Halo game with the writing quality of A Band of Brothers, or a third-person shooter game with the writing quality of Fury. Hold on, we kind of had that. It was called Spec Ops: The Line, and it had...
Oh, the Spec Ops: The Line was awesome. I liked that game quite a bit. I beat it like 5, 6, 7, 8 times, something like that. I beat it quite a few times. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever play that one, Stu? It's kind of like the Heart of Darkness, Apocalypse Now, but a video game version, and they did a really good job. In fact, the main guy you follow around is named Conrad.
Yeah,
like Joseph Conrad, the guy that wrote Heart of Darkness. So it was really, really cool. I like this game quite a bit. It was really interesting, and you could do different things. Like it wasn't just like a rail shooter. You can make different choices, and it's not like there's no like pop up dialogue where it's like, okay, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? One time I just there's a guy, one of these guys you're trying to help out, but turns out he like betrays you, and he ends up underneath a giant truck about to be burned to death because he's covered in oil. And you can shoot him in the head and spare him, or you can just walk away and let him burn to death and burn alive. And if you shoot him in the head, of course nothing happens because he's dead. You spare him. But if you walk away, you could hear him scream as he dies and gets burned alive. And it's pretty interesting. And your main character, you could watch your character slowly go insane. There's a huge moment which marks the exact moment they starts to lose all sensibilities. And it's pretty heavy too. It's like, this is a really good game.
Some of the best storytelling in any game. You see, Western games writing used to be better. You're not imagining this because of some misplaced sense of nostalgia.
Yeah, they want to tell the big cope is that we're all mistaken. We're all mistaken, Stu.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're all mistaken, and that the old stuff was just good because it was a childhood memory, and it's good because of nostalgia. And the modern stuff is way better. We're just old losers who kind of just love the old stuff because we're nostalgic for it, not because it was better.
Mm-hmm.
Spec Ops: The Line was actually really good. I recommend people kind of play it. It's pretty awesome. I like it quite a bit. But turns out that we were right. Like, stop listening to their lies. Older stuff was better. It was. Now we don't really get this level of writing anymore. We could, but we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Games were better written, they packed a punch and made you think and feel something, which begs the question.
Here's the moment, by the way.
Better. You're not imagining
you commit a war crime. Like you accidentally commit an atrocity.
This because of some misplaced sense of nostalgia. The games were better written, they packed a punch and made you think.
This guy's on the ground like, why?
A punch and made you think and
I guess people know it by now, but you're fighting like these rogue US soldiers in the desert of Dubai. And all you see is a bunch of like white dots as you find like a mortar team that launches white phosphorus. And all you see is white dots of soldiers, and there are soldiers fighting you, and you just kind of hit them one at a time with all these white phosphorus to clear the path. Then you see this trench filled with white dots. And so you're like, okay, that's full of soldiers, right? We got to bomb it. And so you bomb that trench full of white phosphorus, and then you get there, right? You cross this field full of like dying soldiers burnt to death by white phosphorus, and you get to the trench, and they're not soldiers. They're a bunch of refugees that you burned to death with white phosphorus. And you get this moment of like this woman clenching her child in their last moments as they get burned alive by your doing. And they make you do that. You don't know you're doing it, but it's like but you actually commit a horrific war crime. And this moment keeps coming back over and over and over again, like kind of hitting home that you are going insane, that you have lost your humanity. Make a Spider-Man Leaks his thoughts on Death Note plot endings. Death Note was pretty awesome. I like Death Note quite a bit. I did not. So in the anime, I did not like that L loses. I like the movie, I guess, or the not the Netflix movie, but like the Japanese movie, where L wins, but he wins by essentially killing himself. That's kind of like he puts his own name in the Death Note, so that when Light uses it, it doesn't work because his name is already in the Death Note. So I like that ending where Light loses and L wins, but L has to sacrifice. It's kind of like the Moriarty versus Sherlock Holmes thing. Like Sherlock Holmes wins by giving his life to win that contest. I do like that. I do like that ending better than the anime version, which has L lose and we have to go with Nier and what's his name? What Marleno? Mello is it? Yeah. So, but really, Mello doesn't really do much. He kind of just puts together like some gangsters or whatever. It's really Nier that does most of the work in that investigation.
Yeah, but it's like like we couldn't have surpassed El, but together we did. Even though it cost Mello his fucking life, and he was kind of stupid and kind of crazy, and he fucked up a lot of plans.
He did eat the hell out of chocolate though. To say he made that chocolate look pretty good.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: Where did we go wrong? I mean, the short answer is all the Gen X writers were replaced with crappy millennial writers. So how do we fix that? Well, that's what this video is about. You see, this industry isn't just lacking storytellers. The gaming industry as a whole has no idea how to find and recruit storytellers. I'd go so far and say a lot of developers don't even know what a storyteller is, because I think that good storytelling plays a crucial role in the success of a game, and of the entire industry actually. 2024 was pretty much the year of the flop. So many titles ended in financial disaster. The video.
Oh man. Yeah,
No
they're the guy with the fupa and stuff.
Bro, what a fucking game, man. They actually thought that would sell. Like, it's so gross and unappealing. Everybody knows it. Nobody likes it. Like
what if we had a game made by Tumblerinas? That would sell, right?
Right?
Spoiler, it didn't. It died in like a week.
Disaster. The Video Game Awards called upon the Dorito Pope to join in on the collective lamentations of the industry. And 2025 is shaping up.
Hold on.
So many titles ended in financial disaster. The Video Game Awards called upon the Dorito Pope to join in on the collective
So I look at a guy sitting down, and he sits down
of the industry.
And
that's what you're stopping for?
Tumblerina.
That's funny.
It went from men writing to Tumblerinas writing.
And 2025 is shaping up to be another year of layoffs and cancelled.
I have to say, that's a pretty high quality chair. It's pretty high quality, pretty strong.
Games. Now, I think all of this is connected, and crappy writing is part of the problem. If you wonder how, then let me reiterate. Imagine an Assassin's Creed game with the writing quality of HBO's Rome. Imagine if the same amount of care was given to the storytelling, characters, and dialogue. You don't need the budgets of Rockstar Games to have good writing in your games. What you need is an understanding of what good storytelling is, what a good storyteller is, and how to find one. This includes what type of tests to use in your hiring process. And that's what this video is all about. We'll go over a bunch of examples from the last 10 years, focusing mostly on single-player games and their crappy writing and how to overcome it. I mean, this is a screenwriting channel after all. To fix the industry's writing problems, I will show you.
Tash. So I'm non-binary. Who puts a conversation like this? By the way, chat, we are $33 away from today's Pillarman. $33 away. Thank you much, everyone, for your generosity. Fantastic. Thank you much, everyone.
How to assemble an army of some of the best writers the gaming world has ever seen.
Oh, Lady Fassalot is confused about Dorito Pope. So the guy who runs the Game Awards, when he got started, he was always kind of a sellout shill, but he wasn't like that bad. And one of the first sponsors that he got is Doritos. It was like blatant and obvious and really cringe, and the show still wasn't good despite the Doritos sponsorship. Like, it's both respectable and frustrating to see what the Game Awards has become.
Dorito Pope. Let's see. Mega Spider-Man says, what about Platinum End Anime? Same guys made. I've never heard that one before. Let's see. Carcatures, it's sad that porn games like Black Souls has better writing characters than AAA game. Exactly.
This is what victory feels like.
Yeah, Elon.
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
I'm glad the stormtroopers are also offering their hearts back to Elon. Very nice.
I didn't think.
Has anyone seen Kyle?
Not around here lately.
He's about this tall. Seen Kyle?
Anyone?
The optics of this meme. And I'm too lazy to think of something else, so just go with it. Otherwise, this is going to feel like I'm explaining my jokes to HR. Again. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. It helps to get the word out, and the machine enjoys it like movie producers enjoy their Hollywood sugar. So let's not waste any time and jump into the storytelling of modern games.
I've told you before, The idols are trying to build a post-capitalist society where money is not a concept.
Yeah?
Here we go. I think it's the new Saints Row game. Actually.
Then why don't you go run off and join the commune?
What did we do to deserve
That
this?
was
A few content.
A capitalism.
Capitalism.
It's the true evil of all things.
Creators and streamers I like to watch have already pointed out the biggest problems plaguing the industry, from live service overload and corporate greed.
What have you done?
I guess on the script, Xbox Game Pass discounts, they reflect all games and DLC purchases in favor of reward points. What's Microsoft crap? I was about to launch the free Xbox Cloud gaming with ads. Oh man, the whole thing where you have to pay and then still get ads is just awful.
Bloated budgets and teams, to woke shenanigans and DEI being among the usual suspects. All these issues have been collectively building up to something catastrophic. The worst being that so many studios are simply chasing an audience that does not exist. Things have gotten so bad, some developers are begging people on LinkedIn to buy their poorly written slop that no
Oh, that must suck. Please buy my game. That must suck.
Nobody asked for.
Buy it at full price. Ideally, ideally.
I've seen this. I think I'm glad Aswin Gold covered it, but I've seen this where they're kind of like the people who make these games are just going on not asking you or like going to you with humility, but like lecturing you into buying their games as if they like you have to buy my game if you want indie games to succeed or survive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to do this. You have to buy my game. Buy it full price. Do not pirate it. All this stuff. Like, man, who are you demanding this of anybody?
I love that Asmongold is everywhere because, like, I've been thinking about Asmongold a lot.
Diogenes.
The Diogenes of our time. That guy really did live the life like that we all kind of wanted. He got to sit in his room all day. He got to play the same video game. He got to tell people to shut the fuck up and let him cook. And he was just this fucking he was always been this fucking gross weirdo that we all kind of love.
Bloodwall.
Like, bro. And the thing is, too, he's just right about everything. Like, he's fully admitted that he's just a retard that like made it big and achieved enlightenment. He is like the fucking monkey that meditated for like 1,000 years. You guys understand that, right?
He's beating Hassan now, and Hassan hates it.
Hassan comes from money. He comes from privilege. He comes from education. He comes from all of this background. And he is getting absolutely fucking like reputation mogged by a sewer rat living out of his mom's house, like, and you gotta respect that. The dude never fucking changed for anybody. And like he just understands it all, and he's seen it all too, because he used to be like a tax account, like he used to work for the IRS or something. So he knows like all the gimmicks and all the scams, and he can tell you how money works and how how it changes you and what it does for you, and like how you can like basically unlock the infinite money glitch. He knows how to do that. He just chooses not to.
I don't know if you noticed, remember the blood wall where he just wake up every day because his dental was so bad that his gums would just bleed constantly, and he had an infamous blood wall where he just kind of wiped the gum blood on his wall.
Asmongold is more like what's the guy who they're escorting? Not Sun Wukong, but the monk that they're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tripitaka, I think is his name.
Yeah, it's a Tripitaka.
Yeah, Tripitaka. So I think Asmongold is closer to Tripitaka with Sun Wukong's like personality.
Tripitaka, but I was like, look at this, like buy it at full price, ideally pre-ordering it, and ideally buying the deluxe version. Play it, And
You must pre-order the game.
You must pre-order it.
In the case of Lost Records, the developer Don't Nod has lost 90% of its market cap over the last 5
God
years. It has done
damn.
everything activists have clamored for to consistent commercial failure. Boys, if it doesn't get a hit soon,
It's like the activists are just idiots, and they actually
are.
don't know what they're doing.
They're so fucking dumb. Like it's insane because they don't even like their own woke slop. They fucking
They want
hate
to
it.
exist. They want
Like-
to exist, but don't want to support it. That's kind of it.
Yeah, because like you know, I got Gen Z employees and workers and stuff, right? And they all know something's fucking wrong. They all know something's fucking weird, and they've all kind of figured out that it's the woke stuff. And
Yeah.
they don't want to admit that their dads are right. They all have daddy issues, and
That'd be worse than dying. It's like admitting their dads are right.
the happiest women in the world are the ones that love their fathers and have had less than 3 major boyfriends. Like it's okay if you like were with someone for 6 years and they just didn't support you and they kind of hurt you and it fell apart. I feel like that's respectable, maybe even 2 or 3 times. But if you're like 25 and have had 100 boyfriends, I think that's gross.
And it makes you more miserable.
Yeah.
But I do like this. This is like very activist style entitlement. Like you get out there, you've got to pre-order my game, you got to get a deluxe edition and all that stuff, and you got to play it. So you got to play it. So I get those hours and all that stuff. Like no humility. Just like how you think you like supporting indie stuff? Well, go out there and buy my game, buy it deluxe, pre-order it, play it. Give me good reviews so that it gets boosted. Not relying on the quality of the game to do that, but like you got to do all this. You as the buyer must pre-order with deluxe edition, all that stuff.
Yeah,
and see.
They'll have to lay more. Oh, there it is. They'll have to lay more people off, and it will go out of business.
Guys like,
and look what this attitude got them. Lost with 90% of the market value. Not so
That's
good.
crazy.
Not so good.
Both legendary drops and real life fake wizard.
So this is the team. Whoa. I was just going to say it. This guy fucks.
All of them have been doing the Lord's work, and I think developers would benefit from their advice. But here's the one element that people have not been talking nearly enough about. The storytelling and writing. If you're one of those...
That one's good. Ghost of Tsushima, very good stuff.
Those gamers who think this doesn't matter because we're talking about video games here, then let me just remind you that storytelling and writing is not just the game's plot. It's about what story you pick to tell and how. It's what characters you pick and how you integrate them into the story. This includes everything from dialogue to world building. The very reason why people might find your game appealing starts with the storytelling. When I look at the state of gaming in 2025, I see a bunch of slop that is utterly incapable of leaving a cultural footprint behind. In their attempt to please everyone, devs made games for no one. But more interestingly, the industry lacks the most important element necessary for any piece of media to have an impact and stay relevant. In the case of Avowed, for example, even if the game had released with the same gameplay features as Skyrim did back in the day, I think this game would still have flopped, because the writing is infantile and atrocious. Actually, ChatGPT could have written better dialogue. I used to like Obsidian. Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games. I had some fun with Avowed for about 10 hours. But it took me only an hour in before I started to skip all the dialogue in the game. Here's what I think is going on in the industry. When we do get good storytelling, it's because we as gamers got lucky and the studio hired actual storytellers. Like in the case of Expedition 33, where they literally just plucked a good writer from Reddit. Or when actual screenwriters work on a game like Ghost of Tsushima, which was so good I gave it a screenwriting masterclass rating on the channel. We have to rely on luck because the industry has...
Ghost of Tsushima actually is really good. I beat the whole game. It's really good.
There's no way of finding and hiring actual storytellers. And the reason for this lack of methodology is because the industry never needed one up until now. You see, most Western studios that sprung up in the 90s and early 2000s started the same way like Game Science, the Chinese developer behind Black Myth Wukong. It was a group of male friends who either met in college or in some instances they were even childhood friends.
That's how a lot of this starts. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lot of male friends, although there usually is, but like it's a bunch of friends who begin something awesome and then it becomes corporate slop.
And these friend groups, for the most part, had the same makeup. They had one fairly competent storyteller among them, like Remedy's Sam Lake. Also, a lot of times the storytelling was a group effort. This friend group had at least one visual artist and the rest were borderline autistic coders. And then the magic happened. With no distractions, no walking on eggshells, and a borderline non-existent HR.
The first time Bungie actually had its own HR department was after we were independent, and to call it HR is kind of a joke. Let's just say there were people in the HR department that partied really hard.
What was that Gen Z guy? Like, wasn't there like a Gen Z CEO to like, you know what? Having an HR department sucks, and he got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
When that was like just the Gen Zers like this HR department's a scam. We gotta get rid of this stuff.
Went a little hard, and yes.
So it was always like we need to.
Yeah, the thing is, Ball says, Rooster Teeth is in a nutshell. Started out as a group of friends, and then after a while, it was a group of activists, group of friends.
Call HR on HR.
This environment gave birth to iconic games and companies like id Software, Bungie, BioWare, Raven Software, and Valve, to name just a few. This is what made Black Myth Wukong a success last year. Unfortunately, there is a problem with this. It does not scale. It works great for indie devs and the AA market, but eventually all these companies get bigger because their success requires them to expand, to hire more people, to hire more writers in particular. And that's where things start to go wrong. I trust Sam Lake to identify a good writer. But what happens when Sam Lake moves on and HR must find his replacement? The best case scenario is that he picks his replacement. But it's far easier for HR to find qualified coders and software engineers than it is to find qualified storytellers and writers. Even when the lead narrator...
Pause. Like, it's one of the reasons why Hollow Knight is such a miracle of a game, because it is not only a fantastic, like, gaming experience, like it is a wonderful like game to just play. It is absolutely a joy to fight bosses and like learn about this. Like it's also amazing to learn about the setting and understand like how the world works. And that's incredibly rare from a studio of just 3 people.
Oh yeah. A small team. I mean, it's not just like the whole thing is. It's not just because it's indie. It's because it's a group of friends, and it's because it's a small team. It's going to be equal success. There has to be some competency in there.
Mm-hmm.
Or they not only do they know what they're doing, but all of them mesh well together. There's kind of a thing that kind of happened with the Ninja Turtles, where the original creators together made this awesome epic story. And they kind of split after a while, and they kind of went off to make their own version of Ninja Turtles, each one focusing on what they wanted to focus on. And people liked them, but they were not as great. And they came back together to do some stuff, and boom, the old magic returns. So sometimes it's not just the individuals; it's the totality of their skills that mesh well together. Even if they don't personality-wise, their skills do.
Yeah, I've had that happen before, where I had to work with people who just annoy me, like personally, but they put in the 9 to 5,
Exactly.
Designer assists in the application process. I see a lot of gamers complaining that these studios deliberately hired activists to write for their games. Now, I do think for some that...
By the way, Chay, we're $29 away from preliminary $29 away. Getting close, getting pretty close.
It's true, especially when it comes to these countless consulting firms out there. But I also think that most big studios have their HQ in a big western city, where a lot of activists reside. And then these studios have no way to test for storytelling qualifications.
And yes, Streamlabs donations do count. I counted the Jigs and Voies donation in here, so... they also count.
I mean, some of these writers lack basics.
Oh yeah, this one. I just moved that thing with my mind, my freaking mind. I destroyed my gaming company with my freaking mind.
Storytelling skills that you learn.
So shouldn't she open up as like a thief, like just a completely, like just a horrible human being, like a completely insufferable, like the characters from Mixtape? And Isn't she like just a thief?
Learn in the first semester
I
of a
think
screenwriting
it's been a
degree.
while.
You then fast.
I kind of remember from like the game's intro where she's like kind of running away from like some after she stole something.
And you assume because she's black, she stole something, LD, you racist piece of shit. I would never think that. I am so offended. I'm going to step away and use the bathroom.
Sounds good. I never think that. Wink. See.
A couple years, the previously qualified Gen X writers have moved on, and you're left with hacks that can't help themselves but write something like Suicide Squad. Look, I'll be honest with you, no amount of quality writing could have saved this live service turd, but the only way to save a company like Rocksteady now is the Elon Musk way. To quote a great Chinese philosopher, he who keeps the woke staff will soon walk a tiresome path into oblivion. Confucius, probably. Thomas Sowell said it best when he proclaimed, there are no solutions, only trade-offs. To save more jobs in the long run, the industry must get rid of some very incompetent people. Okay, some of you might be thinking, that's it? A bad second-round assessment in the application process caused all this? Yeah, pretty much. At least that's what I think. Because I've seen what tests are handed out by HR to applicants who want to work as writers. I've seen what they're testing for, and it has nothing to do with storytelling. For over 3 years, I worked as a senior localization tester for German and English. I was on the tail end of the development process, but I also worked on games for every major publisher. And what I saw during my time in the industry are all the problems that are causing these layoffs now. And if you're wondering about the obvious, how the hell can writing be so important when most gamers don't really even care about the story in their games? Like I said, writing plays a huge part in what games you want to make. There are dozens of ways to tell the same story of each game, and every variation makes for a completely different game and gaming experience. It's the same reason why a war movie is going to be drastically different if it's made by Steven Spielberg or Oliver Stone or Michael Bay. The same applies for games. It all depends on your narrative team. Remember, the narrative team also designs the quests in your game. The very reason you're playing the game is designed by the narrative team.
It doesn't help that these developers are looking in all the wrong places as well. And that's where this industry keeps going wrong, because for years now, publishers have still been relying on outdated methods to try to figure out what players want. Now, what makes matters even worse is today's modern internet culture where people don't actually say what they think. They say what they think they're supposed to say. Well, you're going to get wildly inaccurate data on what players actually want. I can't be the only one that's noticing how many mature-rated games are suffering from an identity crisis. They want to tackle mature topics, but they refuse to actually write.
But it still has to be sanitized. They want to tackle mature topics, like more adult topics, darker topics, but it still has to be sanitized for millennials. Or the industry, you could say, the corporatized sanitization. And they can't dive into sometimes victims. It's a little bit more complicated than they're completely innocent victims. Sometimes, it's not about the aggressor is always wrong. It's not sometimes it's more, complicated. Life is more complicated than that. But according to the corporate media and according to what a lot of millennial people like to read about, there are certain things that make you evil, and you have to be evil or you have to have these things to be evil, that sort of thing. So you can't really go into the depths and darkness of these topics with modern day AAA slop or quadruple A slop, because they are gatekept. They are sanitized by the corporations that won't let you dive too deep into it because it's too offensive.
Or present them maturely.
And then you get safe edgy and safe horny. Exactly.
Soften the language, sanitize the character.
You can have open gay relationships, but heaven forbid you have a guy who likes a woman and is not predatory about it. If a guy likes a woman, especially like a white guy who likes a woman, it has to be predatory and seen as dark and dangerous.
And dull the edges of their stories, leaving players with something that feels completely disconnected from its own themes. And as a result, we start seeing these games that are these Frankenstein monstrosities that are trying to be everything for everyone, but end up resonating with no one. Look at Veilguard. I keep coming back to this game, but it really is the perfect onion of poor game design and audience recognition. The writing was over-explained, infantilized, and completely disconnected from the game's supposed mature themes. The core fan base, likely in their 30s, get treated like children.
Now here's the interesting part.
That's what they want. And it's not because I watched a few games or whatever and got to this conclusion. it's because this has been going on for the last 10 years aimed at millennials, because millennials respond to this. This popped up, when we were all in college, right? Millennials were in college, and we made safe spaces. Like, we need safe spaces to stop being an adult for a while, so we can get our feelings coddled and play with Play-Doh and basically be infantilized. And it all started there. And then you have a lot of the mainstream industry people, like when a lot of these I would say, because I remember watching the comic book industry people come out, and they kind of spoke to you like children. Like, their main customer base at that point was either Gen Z, or no, Gen X, baby boomer men, buying comics, or it was a new up and coming millennials buying comics, and they all spoke to us like we were children. It's kind of essentially been the whole go-to way to deal with millennials. We are all this adults, but like child brain people that are so sensitive that anything would have set us off. That's kind of how we were treated, and that's kind of how a lot of us grew up, was with this mentality. Now, you can grow out of it, you can go around it. But most people did, probably, but there was some that really, really, kind of held this in high regard. In fact, this is kind of Smiling Friends too. That Halloween episode with the demon, where what was it? The guy, Charlie's like, I'm not dressing up in any costumes because I've seen too many careers and people get canceled because they wore the wrong costume like 10 years ago. And who's gonna, who knows what's gonna be offensive in 10 years? And then the demon, the literal demon chasing Pym, walks into to the party, and one guy goes, "Is that blackface?" And not only do they get angry with the demon, they murder and devour him, and then burn him, and then burn what's left of his body. That's kind of it. So it's not just like my insanity or whatever. Everyone is noticing this. Everybody's noticing this, and it's just a millennial culture thing. Where, how dare you do this? How dare you say the N-word? How dare you wear blackface? How dare you, have a straight relationship not demonized? You gotta be inclusive. You gotta be sensitive. We have sensitivity readers for that reason. And see, so it's really is the millennial culture is about sensitivity. It's about being safe. It's about making your dad angry. It is a whole generation angry with their dads. And at least that's what the culture has become. In the mainstream anyway. Dave Muslim Melissa 5 says, LD, what time do you stream for the weekend watch along? I always miss it. Usually around 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Rumble. But if you want to watch the last one, it's still on Rumble live. I put the links in the Discord. And Mega Spider-Man Nexus 5 says, it's easy to hard to write suicide right in tales. What do you like / dislike most about Death Note? I mean, when you have to tackle a topic like that, usually you want to tackle it with some sort of maturity to see how it goes. So it's I guess in terms of complexity, it is on the harder side of the scale. What I like the mind games of Death Note, like the back and forth between L and Light. Even if you go kind of break it down, it might seem stupid at times, but I do like the conflict between those two because I like horror detective. I like detective stuff. I like occult detective. I like the supernatural element in there and how it's so interesting to see L and Light battle each other. But what I dislike about Death Note is that Light wins in the anime. He beats L. L should win even if it costs him his life. And see, and then also Symbiote, thanks for the $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Symbiote. Appreciate it. And see, millennial nihilism ruined everything, didn't it? Kind of, a little bit. I'm not sure if it ruined it, but it did skew us into a direction of darkness and misery and everything in the era where we kind of had, like, the Hollywood and corporations kind of kept trying to push that everything sucks and oppression. And it's like there's no way you could really have like a glorification of anything positive. It was all negative. It was all everything sucks, and I'm making you aware about how everything sucks. Yeah. Some things do suck, okay? It's true, but not everything. And it's kind of why I talk about Venture Brothers and Smiling Friends the way I do. Because in Venture Brothers and Smiling Friends, yeah, things do suck. And, sometimes things don't go the way you planned. But at the end of the day, there's still good things too. right? That it exists, and it's not really about wallowing in misery until the world pops into the most ideal version of itself, because that's not really going to happen, right? Because perfection is impossible. It's about making the best of what you have and enjoying the world that you're in while trying to improve. That's basically it. Venture Brothers, everyone's kind of a burnout in that show, but they're still trying to make the best of it. They're still going along, doing the best they can possibly do, with hopes and dreams still absolutely intact. But also smiling friends, everything, their whole job is to make people smile in this grotesque world. And, everyone is weird and misshapen and strange, and it's far, far, far from a perfect world, or at least the image of a perfect world. And they keep bringing in like these dark topics, like, oh, someday the sun is going to explode. We're going to run out of helium. The world is flat. We don't vote for leaders. It's a secret society. Is this, like, all that stuff is true, and Charlie and Pym are made very aware of it. Yet they still accept the world. They still try to make people smile. It's the whole job. So yeah, it's not about I found this imperfection in the world, so everything must suck, which is very like SJW, lefty, that sort of thing, where it's the world isn't perfect, so we have to be depressed until it becomes perfect. It's of appreciating what's good, appreciating what is positive in the world. But I think it's appreciate. But the millennial nihilism did skew us into a very dark, depressed direction, where we were kind of forbidden to ingratiate or glorify anything that actually is good. You love your country, you're a Nazi. You're a man. Well, you're just you're toxic because you're male. This by your existence as a man, right? So masculinity is toxic. The heroes that you love, the Superman, Batman, even in history, the heroes that you love, look at this. This is imperfect. This guy did this. Isn't this awful? Well, yeah. I mean, not everyone is perfect. People, not everything is clean and clear cut as a fictional character, but there are good things too. It's about embracing the good, acknowledging the good, and appreciating the good. Now, there is a seminar that my dad took me to way back in high school, and one of the lessons that I will always remember is the importance of the mentality that you have. So it's really easy to, like, maybe you find a penny on the ground, right? Like, it's just a penny, but it's money. So idea of the mentality is to switch over from, it's not $100, it's not even $10, it's a penny, but you found it, and it's a penny more than you had a second ago. So the guy who was running the seminar goes, I want you to pick up that penny, and I want you to go, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like this, give thanks for the penny, because it is something. It's like a little bit of something, but it is something. It's lucky to have found that penny. So it's kind of like the mindset of, you gotta get out of the mindset of, if I ran into some money, but it wasn't $100, it wasn't $10, it wasn't even $1, it was just a penny, but you found it, right? It's yours, you can take it. To appreciate even a penny kind of brings into your mind a very strong sense of humility that I think a lot of people kind of brush over, because it's not 100, it's not a 10, it's not, I can't use this penny. But millennial nihilism, it kind of skewed us away from gratitude, because you're not really allowed to be grateful for things. And the entitlement also is like, why should I thank you? You're just doing your job. Like, why should I thank you? Don't deserve things for doing your job. That's part of the mentality. So did it ruin everything? Fortunately, I don't think it ruined anything, but it did skew us into a dark, depressing era of nihilism that we're now getting back to, I think, which is good. Anyway,
the right writers solves all these issues. You don't chase the product or the audience, you chase the writer. This is the Japanese model.
They want to tackle mature topics, but they refuse to actually write or present them maturely.
That's because the people that write them are stupid. And they
Asmongold telling it how it is.
They're not good writers. That's the reason why. So why are they not able to approach mature topics in a mature way? It's because they're bad writers and they're immature personally. This is the same reason why manga is completely outperforming comics in America, is that comic books in America don't know what their audience is. Manga is defined. But
which is interesting because comic books in America is just superheroes. So it's like they were given the answer and they're determined not to give that answer because they don't like the answer, because it's millennial writing who just hates all the traditions. So superhero comics are for men. Right? It's a male-dominated genre. It's a genre that appeals to men. Like some women like it, and they like it for the same reasons men do. All right, it's kind of how it goes. But they want to change it so that women like it more. So no one is stopping them from making all kinds of money. No one is stopping them from like really appealing to the audience, because they should know what the audience is, but they don't like the answer because the answer is men, and they don't really like that coming into play. So they keep giving different answers, knowing they're wrong, and keep getting the answer wrong, but they don't want to give the right answer, because to do so is to capitulate to all the evil chuds, right? And they can't do that. Ben Parker says Samuel Clemens claimed to always carry a penny with him so that nobody could claim he was penniless. Exactly. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. But yeah, never underestimate the power of even a little bit of charity. Like, as you finding a penny on the ground, you should be thankful for it. Be thankful for it. Because it gives you it might not be very useful at the moment, but it does give you a better mindset. The idea of gratitude that you found a penny, as opposed to anger or disappointment that it was not something better. But anyway, chat, we're at $92. We're just $8 away from today's Pillarman. We're so close. Just $8 away from Pillarman for the day. Let's see here, chat. Let me see here. All right, got this done, and this. Fantastic. All right. By the way, chat, speaking of indie stuff, I know I still don't have the Lady Midnight on Indiegogo, but I'm getting less and less confident in how Indiegogo operates, especially because, man, I just checked my email, and I'm just swarmed with spam emails from random weirdos. I don't think I'm not really sure if it's the best place anymore. So I have set up Lady Midnight on Fund My Comic, and I think that'll be the main platform we'll use, because I don't think that one, I haven't got any spam emails from them. So, but every day I get just like 5 spam emails from Indiegogo, and I think it has gone downhill. I really do. Ben Parker says, Ellie, do you have a Pillarman overflow option, which should be reach the week threshold? We have Pillarman Volume 2, like it's Part 2, which the regular Pillarman is a regular Pillarman, and then we have the animated Pony Pillarman, and then we have Part 2 Pillarman, which is Giorno's theme. It's a David Musselman. And so the $5 super chat. Thank you much, David Musselman says, Western comics need to go into the genre diversity. And this is diversity, and maybe license the IPs to people who want to write the stories about them. It kind of reminds me of that whole thing from Smiley Friends, again, with the CEO who's like, it's my IP to sit on and do nothing with. It's like that mentality with them. But it's a little bit different in terms of, it's my IP to push my agenda on. All right, the fans don't get a say. Vlad the Shrike, actually the 5 super chats. How did millennials get to be the way they are when they grew up with good Western and Eastern storytelling? Coddling. I say coddling, right? It's just coddling. Yeah, we were handed so much great stuff, so many great things, and as Stu often says, like the mentality became that if anything was great or everything was awesome or someone was successful, it's all about luck. Like, you lucked into it. Oh, that you made a great thing. Well, you accidentally made it. You didn't know what you're doing. So therefore, when I take the reins, I can purposely make it good. And so this gets us to the mentality of what happened to Cowboy Bebop for Netflix, right? They're like, oh, we're going to correct the wrongs of the anime, right? Well, our version is going to be the super awesome version that's going to fix all the plot holes and fix all the wrongs of the anime. We got sensitivity readers going in there, right? And that leads us to this change, this era, and everyone's like, oh, it's awful. They lucked into it. They accidentally made something great. They forgot to make it woke, and if it was woke, it'd be a lot better. right? So now that I'm in control of it, I'm going to purposely make it enlightening and I'll make people aware and all that stuff. And see, and versus LD gets to run Stu like an NPC today because his PC Stu is absent. Yeah, Stu's an NPC right now. I'm playing his character for but yeah, it's not I'm not making this up or it's not something like and it's not something fantasized up by some bias. This is stuff that actually happens over and over and over again. This actually happens, and they want to do the same thing with One Piece, but Oda was breathing on her neck, saying, "No, you're not changing that. This is how we're going to run with it." And you saw what they did to Death. Like, speaking of Death Note, you saw what they did with the Death Note movie for Netflix. They shifted over all the badassness from Light to the girl. Like suddenly, it was the girl who was the real one making the steps, right? As ER kind of pointed out, Light Turner, I guess, in that one is like his whole thing is he wants to do things out of weakness. Like, well, they want a new god, so let's give him a god. Let's give it to him. Like he's serving people instead of serving his ego. Where original Light's like, I am going to be the god of this new world. I don't care what everyone says. I'm going to be the god of this new world. So he's dominating the world with his arrogance. Meanwhile, Light Turner is like he's like, people want a god, so let's give it to him. Let's give him a god. Meanwhile, his weird girlfriend is like, no, I'm gonna just do all this stuff. Right? I'm gonna start making all the moves that Light is supposed to be making. So they give all those moves to the girl, and this kind of keeps what keeps on happening. Like, oh, what if we had Misa be more of a what if we give her more agency? What if we make her smarter? What if we make her the one who does all the moves? This is the millennial writing, very millennial. Anyway,
its audience shonens
Light Turner in the Netflix version
are for young men.
You find the proper writers because they can instinctively navigate everything that Asmongold and Legendary Drops just described.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know what people will go to if I do it on both, because I need a goal that needs to be set overall so I can actually make the comic. So if I do 25,000 for both, it's like that's not going to happen. But if I split it up and I get 15,000 on one and 10,000 on the other, I don't know that's going to happen either. I don't know how many people will do this. And also, Indiegogo has such problems and issues with like this giving up addresses and everything. Some people were signing up last time I remember, and it was just their names. I don't know if they fixed that already. Whereas like, okay, thanks for the pledge and your name. I don't know. You didn't. I guess you didn't have to provide the information for me to send the thing to you. Which is a big issue. I don't really want to deal with that issue. I don't want to deal with that problem where the book is done, I'm about to send it out, and I have nobody's address. Then what? I'm going to have to send emails out to you asking for your address and everything? First of all, that just sounds skeevy. And second of all, who's going to respond? It's going to be like I'm going to send this email out there asking for your address all of a sudden, and it's like I'm not going to get an answer. Let's see. Anyway, chat. Anyway, but thing is, let's see. Anyway, if so, do you count both campaigns reach one goal? I don't see. That was an option I thought of, but I don't know which one would be which. I don't know how to split that up. And if I don't reach a goal on one, and I reach 15,000 on Indiegogo and 10,000 for my comic, what if I only reach 5,000 on one? I'm going to be, and I only reach 15,000 on Indiegogo, but I don't reach my goal for my comic. I'm going to be held responsible for the comic that I don't have all the funds of. I can't make it with 15,000. I just can't. So I don't know. I think the best option would be to try to run it on one platform and get funded there, and then possibly launch it on another platform. I think that's the best option, because at least there I'll get all the funds guaranteed that I need, and then I can open up on another platform, and it doesn't really matter what I get there because I already have all the funds. So I don't know. It's going to be that's kind of the idea I had, but we'll see.
Manga dominates American comics because the manga industry understands its demographics. And it understands its demographics because the industry is capable of finding the appropriate writers for each demographic. From weekly magazines like Shonen Jump, competitions, and audience engagement.
All right, there we go, chat. We made it to 102. We made it to Pillarman.
Manga
Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll transition over to Pillarman in a little bit here.
Users can gauge audience reactions by throwing.
Posthuman says, question LD, will this only be delivered hard copy in US and digital copies overseas? No. I traditionally do both. Overseas is tough because they might get lost or something. But yeah, I've always delivered hard copies even overseas, which is why I do standard high delivery in each one, so that it'll offset the cost of delivery when I send them overseas. Like, for example, I asked for like $35, 25 baseline, and then $10 for shipping. And then I kind of have a shipping pool of money that I use instead of like your specific shipping. So I have a shipping pool that I can use this pool of money to send out all the American orders, and then I can send out the overseas orders. And sometimes, like, I ask for like maybe 35 for Australian order, but it costs me like 40 to send. The difference comes out of the shipping pool. So I do want to send hard copies to overseas, and that's my strategy to do it, by keeping everything kind of low. And to me, Black says, it really depends on whether you have a lot of overseas customers. I usually don't have a lot. There's a good chunk, but it's not like most of them are even half. It's like maybe a quarter or less that are overseas. Trying to get this looked at. There is an indie game I helped kickstart that ran 3 crowdfunding campaign sites in tandem, and combined the total on each site in the comments. Well, that's kind of the whole thing. Is like, if I do that, I'm going to need to make sure I have all the funds available. But the way I can do it possibly is by running it on one platform first, making it succeed there, and then opening it up somewhere else. That way I can guarantee they have the funds, and then I can cater to people who want to subscribe somewhere else. And see. But I do want to send the physical copies to people overseas. Definitely.
As many pilots by different writers as possible out there. Practically, this means they'll find a shonen writer who writes really good shonen. They can only write what speaks to the boys, tomboys, young men, and, well, man-children. And because that written shonen speaks to the target audience, it is a much bigger success than its American counterpart. I know this because I am a shonen writer. I know what I can write and what I can't write. My Major League Drone screenplay is literally just shown in anime in live action.
This guy writes his own manga, or does he? Who are we listening to? Sorry, I was gone so long. People came in the room.
I forgot what I said, but I said something that you talked about at one point, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you're running Stu as an NPC, right?" I'm running Stu's character. What was it, chat? What was I explaining? That Stu mentioned it, but I forgot exactly what I was talking about.
I don't remember. Yeah,
I go something Stu would talk about, and I kind of ran him as a character. It's like just oh yeah, I'm playing Stu as an NPC right now because he's gone. But it was something that Stu mentioned, and I forgot exactly what it was. What was it? Let's see.
Was it a lewd game?
I don't think so. It was something you mentioned before, and I forgot exactly what the topic was. But I was running Stu as a. Stu was disappointed in something. I forgot what was that. What was it? I forgot. I guess
was it a video game? Was it a? No,
I don't remember.
It's fine. I'm not so egotistical. I need to know. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
But I want to know. I forgot exactly what I was talking about. I just remember like, oh yeah, I'm playing Stu as an NPC right now because the PC is gone.
That's funny.
Form. You do not hire me to write the Barbie movie or any girl movie for that matter. Take my Halo video for example, where I broke down what Halo is and what a movie plot for a Halo adaptation should be. Most of you enjoyed the video, and all I did was utilize my screenwriting skills and preferences for writing shonen and action adventure, which is why I received comments like these. I can tell you why. It's the same reason why the box office continues to suffer. This inability and lack of a methodology to find the right writer for each demographic and target audience is what's killing Hollywood right now. The current box office poison is a result of this. And I'll make a separate video just on this topic alone, but here's a quick rundown. The audience is just not there. You can see this with The Acolyte. The target demographic, as in the modern audience, is just not big enough to be financially viable, while the conventional male target audience for something like Star Wars is put off by the end result, including women, by the way. Chris Gore said it best.
Turning Marvel and Star Wars into girl brands will prove to be one of the costliest decisions in entertainment history.
Compare this with manga, where easily over half of all manga is written by women. Even some of the successful shonen have been written by women.
Just the big thing is that people say, "Oh, you don't like it because it's written by women or whatever." But women can write really well, and they can write stories that appeal to men. It's definitely possible. But over here in the West, it's not really because they're a woman. It's because they're activists, and they hate men, and therefore will do everything in their power to sidestep anything that appeals to men.
Yeah,
why they make everything ugly.
They get into a career that they hate and that they're just really ungrateful for, and they just try to ruin it for everybody. They make it everybody else's problem.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm sorry that you're miserable, but like, I'm working hard too, and I'm not out here ruining your thing.
Because here it is. Brad Parker's like, LD Stu gets to run Stu like an NPC today because PC Stu is absent. So it's around here. So I think it's about something about coddling. We were coddled. I think it's talking about how like the millennial nihilism lead us astray, and how do we get like this?
Mm-hmm.
It's about coddling. I think my answer was about coddling. I think it's something around there. And I mentioned One Piece. I mentioned Netflix, Deathflix.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Cowboy Bebop, and I think it's something to do with arrogance. And I think you mentioned that. That's what I think you mentioned as well.
Because I remember saying the words like, if I got trusted with Barney, like if I got trusted to write and produce an episode of Barney, I would be so grateful. I would try to make the best Barney thing I could ever make,
Yeah.
Like, what do the fans love about Barney? What makes Barney popular? What are the best traits? How do we treat Barney as a character and a concept? Like, how do we make it good? And like you should study up on what you're working on. If you're ever hired, or if you ever want to be hired to do like work on someone else's intellectual property or just property in general, when you work for somebody, you should give it your all, even if it is just a job to you. And like, the thing is, the reason people on our side hate corporatism is that corporations don't care about their employees either, and so like the social contract is broken, so to speak.
Yeah. And so I think one of my points was that we have. Oh yeah, that's it. This is the luck thing you mentioned. You experienced a luck thing where the millennial mindset. And now the Gen Z mindset is that if they see anyone successful or anything successful, it has to be because of luck or they were handed to it. The privilege mindset. Oh, you didn't get there because you earned it. You got there because of white privilege or male privilege or something like that.
Yeah,
so therefore you have to step down or step aside to allow me in there because I don't have the privilege you do. They made this whole lie up about privilege so that they can just be handed jobs instead of earning them.
Yeah.
And I know you experienced that too, and I think that's kind of what I was mentioning before. I had to play you as an NPC.
Yeah, no, it's
and this is why, and that's led me to the Cowboy Bebop, where like, okay, Cowboy Bebop was great, it's legendary, but obviously they just lucked into writing a good story. So therefore, when I get the reins of Cowboy Bebop, it's I'm going to correct the wrongs of the anime. Right, it wasn't perfect. It had a lot of mistakes in there. It lucked into its fame, but this time I'm going to make it good because I'm going to correct all the wrongs. And that's kind of what the millennial mentality and arrogance and entitlement is about. They think that you made a good story and it lucked into the success that you had. So now that I'm in control of it, I'm gonna change it to fix it. And you see this all over Twitter, like, I fixed it. I fixed the character. Now he's gay, fat, and black, which is a fix it, I guess. So It's all about I hashtag fixed it.
Yeah,
You looked
it's
into it.
so rude. That's so rude, and it's so low voltage too. It's so frustrating to hear what some people think how being successful works. You know, they don't see all the invisible sleepless nights you do. You know, they don't see any of that shit. They just
the hard work, all the sacrifices, all the chances, all the risks that you take.
Yeah, the fact that like you even being successful is hard. Like just even a little bit. Like I feel like I admire like people like Asmongold because you know he's hardworking, and like even Hassan, to his credit, is a hardworking guy. And he understands how hard it is to work and be successful. But sometimes I feel like I work way too hard for what little what little out of life I'm getting. I'm working so much harder than my parents ever did. Like my parents were 9 to 5. They had time for church. They had time for, you know, family dinners and stuff. I'm lucky if my family can squeeze something out once a week, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's so much more time.
Yeah, because they could satisfy their lives on a simple 9 to 5. And like me and Alex were working like 16-hour days, you know, minimum. I like the minimum. You know, I'm exaggerating, but like the entire day is work.
Yeah, it's tough, especially when you're running your own business. It is tough, very tough.
I feel like my life would be a little bit better if I was willing to be a little bit more evil, just like 5%.
That's kind of how it usually goes, right? Because it's easier. It'll enhance you. It'll put you in a better position. But really, you'll feel like, is it worth it?
Yeah, no, it's
really worth it.
It's sad because like we've seen it. The like the Andrew Tates, like they're successful, and like only like 5% or 15% of what they say is worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly. And that's always been sort of the thing also with media. So I'm talking about media, is that 95% of it is going to suck because most people kind of just rush into it or think they're brilliant or don't have the skills or whatever. They think they don't have the humility it takes to know that they need more work. And so they kind of try to publish things or try to, to get published. And only like 95%, I mean, only 5% is like worth reading and stuff. I guess not so much anymore since things have shifted from quality to quantity. And instead of we need to publish great things, it's now we need to publish more things. But it used to be that way, where they when they just published the best or at least the most worthwhile, it is really only a pool of 5% that they get. That's really worth it.
It's hard. It's hard to produce anything of quality. Even when I worked my hardest, like I didn't make anything groundbreaking. You know, I was never a Markiplier. I was never God, I was never a Matt Pat. We all admired Matt Pat, right? Because that guy managed to balance a very difficult thing and becoming like a pretty legendary video essayist to boot. And
very legendary.
Like we're sitting here at our around 100,000 subscribers. You know, you're a little bit more, I'm a little bit less, but like, goddamn, like it's pretty admirable what Mad Pat did. It's fucking crazy. Same thing with like Doug Walker. You know, those guys consistently put out at least something watchable for ages. Like well past the point where the gag kind of got old. But they still did it. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So the people might say, like, for example, I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that Mad Pat and Markiplier and PewDiePie, yeah, they lucked into it, but I don't think they did. I mean, part of it might be luck, a little bit, but it's also hard work and knowing what to cover and having an interesting personality to sell it all with.
Like I'm not big into Jacksepticeye, but people really like talk down about him when they say that the only reason he's big is because PewDiePie shouted him out. The PewDiePie shout out only got him 10,000 subs. That dude got, you know, millions of subs because he's just that delightful. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And see, anyway, chat. Anyway, we're kind of getting towards the end of the stream here. We got like 20 minutes in this video, but maybe we'll continue it next time. Got some things to do, things to handle, unfortunately. But we did make Pillarman. So, chat, lower your volume or raise your volume, whatever you prefer. And Pillarman coming your way. Loud clip incoming, chat. Pillarman in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ay, 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 ay.
Let's see. All right, chat. Well, here we go. The stream memes. Let's get down to business. I'll rise, but I won't shine. Good morning. It's a Thompson submachine gun, 47%. Which gun would you buy if the money has no object? Oh yeah, Thompson. That'd be pretty awesome. And see,
I'm not gonna pretend I understand why that's like that, but okay.
Thompson is legendary. Like it's that's like the Chicago typewriter, but it's just this doesn't have the drum barrel. It has like the normal standard issue military magazine. So, I
mean, I believe it's impressive. I just didn't know why it was impressive.
These are 4 legendary guns. So the Winchester is like the gun that won the West.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Luger is like the German pistol, like the cool German pistol.
Mm-hmm.
One of them anyway. Let's see here. It's a Godzilla, Kong, and then -1, and then there's Circus. It's all these Godzilla movies, and then Digital Circus.
Why is Digital Circus? Is this on their Netflix? Oh, it's just they typed in Godzilla, and that's what came up.
And there's Godzilla, and then Digital Circus in there.
Bro, I'm still a little down that I didn't get to see the movie. Like, I really wanted to see it, man. Like,
is it out in theaters already?
So yeah, no, it was only in theaters a couple days. Like they wanted to get in and get out and make it like a real special experience. And I wanted to give them money and support that, but like, dang,
I made a lot of money.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, the drum barrels have 100 or 200 rounds. That's why the military didn't use them. That's why the drum barrel Thompson is so attached to gangsters, because the gangsters use them. So that's why the gangsters are the ones who usually have the drum barrel Thompson. But the military used the regular magazine for Thompson, which is like the stick, and not the drum barrels, because they would jam. Sometimes I wonder if I should have store glue back in the elementary school instead of learning how to read. Your comments tend to remind me of that. Is it true that hemorrhoids are the clit of the boozy?
What
the hell?
The fuck? No, it's not true.
Sometimes what if I should just snore glue back then instead of learning to read? What poor thing he slipped because he can't read. Let's see. Proposal. We make all men's shirts like this until they give us pockets. Apparently, the person behind fake pockets was a woman. So yeah, of course, they're going to blame men. Instead of sewing all the buttonholes, just add the pockets. And just add pockets. Let's see. So I made a sign answering every question my kids usually ask while I'm in meetings. Dad is in a meeting. Do not enter or lose screen time for 2 days. Answer to your own question. No. Unless you're bleeding, it's fine. Pictures of fruit in the wash. Ask mom. Can't stop me. I can't read. Let's see. We paid my oldest $1 every time he reads a book. We're talking 160-page chapter books. I'm at $120 this year, and he thinks he's ripping me off. Best investment ever. The dad, the son. Insane.
Dude, his kid is going to be so grateful that he tricked him into reading that much.
120 books.
He's
That's
going to be
pretty
so
good. That's a
fucking
lot of
great.
reading.
Yeah, he read 120 books. That's insane.
Let's see. I love using ChatGPT whenever I have a question or something, or I just want to talk. Or sometimes my phone is dead and I don't want to get up to use the computer, so I don't have to access to the AI. Recently, I found out I have the ability to use a form of ChatGPT in my own head. What? Hold on. What? You mean this yourself? I talk to him so much I can almost entirely accurately predict what he's going to say. Well, is that your own internal monologue? For example, my cat kept scratching at the bedroom door and meowing. So, you just have like a ChatGPT like thing in your head, like right away. Of course. Here is a version of this. And see, so I used ChatGPT app to ask why he was doing that, but then I decided it wasn't worth the effort. So, and asked the AI in my head. He told me something like, "If your cat is scratching on the door and meowing, it probably means she wants to be let out. Let me know if you need anything else."
Bro discovers critical thought.
Let her out of my room. I just thought that was this NPC gains sentience. When I was young, an authority figure I trusted made me believe that I inadvertently killed my own father, when in actuality, he was the real killer. Let's see. Yesterday, I dreamed I met Pippa Pipkin Pippa, working as a waitress on a coffee shop. I said, "Can I have a coffee, please?" And she said, "No." I don't remember the rest, but I woke up rock hard.
What the fuck?
And see, Backrooms is about to make over 100 million at the box office. What is it's this one? This is next Big 4 channel.
That's the next big one. It's the Pippa jerk off one.
When I'm in a terrorism competition, my opponent is
oh boy.
Dear trans community, don't tell me I have to accept you for who you are when you couldn't accept you for who you were.
Yeah.
And the Pomni force Fortnite.
Were you about to say the Pomni foreskin?
Pomni foreskin.
Pomni Fortnite skin
has taken the internet by storm. Like the tall Pomni, because not only did they make her taller, they gave her like these childbearing hips that everyone's likes.
Yeah, bro, they caked up Pomni. Like, I always thought she was kind of cute. Like, I get it. Anyone who says they have a crush on Pomni, I get it. Like,
but this model has really kind of clogged up the
bro. They just went for it, and I kind of respect it.
You can see there's a
yeah, fucking Kane. That's a great commercial. I have enjoyed every single commercial that the Digital Circus has been a part of.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. There's the Pomni skin right there. Is it really necessary?
Yes, absolutely necessary.
I think a lot of people were triggered by the childbearing hips.
Who cares?
Pomni. Let's see. Well, that's a good thing. I like. We should trigger them because they should deserve to be angry. I like them too. This is my short stack. When you think it's going to be an easy steal.
Stu, are you old enough to have a crush on Rainbow Bright? Who the fuck is Rainbow Bright?
Oh, that thing from like the 80s, right?
Oh, ew. No. Oh, no.
That was like some cartoon from like around the same time as He-Man. I forgot what it looked like though.
Yeah, no. That's a child. That's a I see what you're saying. Like, if you grew up in the 80s and you were like 4, sure. I understand.
Like you grew up with like Avatar Airbender, so you have you remember having crushes on like Katara and stuff.
Yeah, that was me. That was me when I grew up. Katara was around the same age as me, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But like, no, Rainbow Bright was nowhere near my age demographic, bro.
Let's see. Trusting autosave, manually saving. Not trusting autosave, manually saving right after autosave to be safe. Yes, this is the way. This is Brock Sampson. This is one of the best Brock Sampson gifts.
April O'Neil. When I started watching Ninja Turtles, April O'Neil was old for me. So What was
She's
she
like
like?
in her
I-
20s or something like that.
I
So,
think
like,
I think she was really young. So I was really young watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I didn't have any interest in April O'Neil.
yeah, because I mean, we were teenagers or few. I think like not even like.
Bro, I was like
you know?
9. I was like
Yeah.
9. I rented my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS tapes from the library, and I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that way because my parents were too cheap for cable. Because cable was like not a small amount of money back then.
Oh, definitely not. It was a huge cost.
Yeah, it was like $40, $50 a month back when $40,
Like
$50. Yeah, back when that was a lot of money. Like that would be like $300 now, you know?
Exactly. Your powers are useless on me, you silly Billy. And then there's Russell Crowe fighting around the world. It is fighting cancer. Let's see. Odyssey, Calypso, epic, the musical Calypso. Probably
Bro,
any kind of wishes.
I do not like the way they talk about Calypso on the internet because Calypso is a really sad character in the Odyssey. She represents like loneliness, and her song is called I'm Not Sorry for, or like I'm Sorry for Loving You, or something like that, where she says, I'm sorry that I came on too strong. I was sorry that I was too intense, but I've been lonely for the past 100 years. And at the end of the song, she's kind of like just mad at him and mad at herself. It's a nice little, like, it's a nice acknowledgement for lonely people. You know, I understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it too. I gotta watch it though.
I'll send you a playlist after we're done.
And see. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool because I heard it's pretty good.
Well, actually, do you want to live stream it? Like, bro, I'm taking today off.
I don't know. We'll see. I got a lot of things to do today, unfortunately, but maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah, fair enough.
See, she's my wife, Calypso. All right, this is the Pomni that I think we all deserve. Is like the gun Pomni where they how about just shoot each other? Also with like the shipping that part that's correct, which is her with Jax, obviously.
Yeah, bro, her and Jax are interesting.
Yeah, that episode, the gun episode, was awesome. I was like, this the big turnaround. What is this? Are there all these like serial killer guys? Let's see here. Give me that. All right, what is this? Oh, it's Poseidon.
Poseidon.
I am the best game about Greek mythology. No, I am. Amateurs. What was that punk? Kid Icarus.
That's funny.
Let's see. Hades. When freaky alien give you lemons, make freaky alien lemonade. Kid Icarus. Meg, I think you should play a role of my father. I don't want to be your father. That's perfect. You already know the lines. Sorry if I'm innocent, Kyle. You've been acquitted. High risk, high reward. Let's see. Yeah, because then they bomb everything. But they're probably not going to hit much. It's me, the devil. I'm here to convince you to do sin. Rise of the weakest summoner. Like a stew thing. And
what the fuck does that mean?
I got the two says that Fate is the best Greek game. I guess kind of technically. I gotta say it's low income rate, a low crime rate. In United States, like no, being held back by this guy. Remember this? I can't believe this commercial is still viable as a meme. It's pretty crazy. This is like a Gillette commercial.
Yeah, it meant
for some reason had this in there.
It had this strong effect on people. People fucking hated that, man. They felt so insulted by that commercial that it became this powerful of a meme. You know?
Yeah, pretty crazy. It's just like, why in the world is there like a Gillette commercial saying no, a black guy stopping a white guy from hitting on a lady? Like, why is a Gillette commercial taking this moral stance?
It's not even like a stance that makes sense, like in the context of the commercial, because there's nothing wrong with what that guy was doing. He just was going to go talk to a lady, and this other guy comes up to him and says, "No, dog, not today." And it's like, what the fuck is this?
Let's see. Here's Black Souls. And here's Black Souls 2.
Sure. Oh, jeez.
Let's see. It's my IP to sit on and do nothing with. Yeah, he's just dipping chicken nuggets. And there's that part where Alan sucked on Charlie's nose And that gets brought up later. Like, bro, he's at one time, remember you sucked on my nose? Like, you sucked on my nose? I love you. You love me. He's buying a hooker.
Mm-hmm.
Light Yagami, the big chest. This is pretty cool. I like it says Light versus L. And then we have like 4 of the geniuses in the back. I'm fucking unemployed. It's like, go grandpa, slur. I think you'll find I pronounce it very clearly. Doing schoolwork, doing the things I enjoy. Let's see. Or Death Note. Actually writing, making individual Pinterest boards and playlists for 8 different WIPs. WIPs? I'm Daredevil, and you're watching Disney Channel. Remember this? And they draw it. He's blind, so he can't draw it.
That's really funny.
All right, chat. Let's close the stream for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you much, Best Chat, for always being Best Chat. Thank you much, Stu, for always being Stu. See you again, of course, next time.
On a cold winter morning in the time before the light, in flames of death's eternal reign, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness has